On today's Pardon My Take, it's Dungeons & Dragons time. We're on a mini vacation for July 4th week. We will have a new episode on Wednesday, but today we're going back into the realm of Timm Woods, and we have Max and Nick Turani as our special guests playing with us. Max for the first time, Nick, I think it's his third time. It's an awesome episode. We're taking it seriously this time. We're going to try to complete the mission. Tim is electric, as always, and it's a great, great listen. And we're brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. Forget what the calendar says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means best ball week at DraftKings isn't far behind. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is their biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking $15 million guaranteed prize pool with two millionaires being crowned for first and second place. If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger rosters so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone a draft one, get one special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket. This is the game. I mean, football's about to be back. This is the best. You got to get in. So, again, it's DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest, their biggest fantasy contest ever, taking $15 million guaranteed prize pool with two millionaires being crowned. Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket only during Best Ball Week, only on DraftKings. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket only during Best Ball Week, only on DraftKings. Today is Monday, July 1st, and it's time for Dungeons & Dragons, so let's go. Okay, we are back with our best friend in the entire world, Timm Woods.
Thanks for having me.
Here.
Appreciate it.
It is time for another Dungeons & Dragons episode. Pardon my take. We do this about twice a year. This is our summer lore. Is it lore?
Adventure. Our summer adventure.
Adventure.
Yeah.
Quest. And we have special guest Nick back.
Thank you, guys. I love doing this. It's my favorite days of the year.
Yeah, and we have his first time ever going on an adventure with us, Maxwell.
Very exciting. Always cool to have a new player. Yes.
You gonna say anything?
Yeah. No, thanks for having me. Okay. I was allowing you to finish speaking before I finished.
This is off to a great start.
Well, yeah, no, I just know how this is going to go. I'm just going to replace Hank as the guy who gets killed and fucked.
That's not it at all, Max.
Exciting.
Hank was the most excited about this of all.
Max,
Who do you think suggested it?
you'll be the second person killed.
Yeah, we'll see.
So for people who are not watching right now, you should watch because we built a whole new set.
Wait, Max needs a name and character.
Yeah.
Are you going to announce?
This is a good point. So, yes, you get to name your character whatever you want, Max. But since you are the only person with a totally new character today, I thought I'd take a moment. I wasn't sure exactly what you might like to play, but I wanted to prepare something ahead of time. And I knew that you played in one of our previous adventures a hippo animal companion. So I gave you a druid who has the power to wild shape into animals and command nature magic. So you're going to be playing a druid today, Max. Would you like to name your druid?
It looks like a hippo?
It could turn into a hippo.
I think only like a hippo, elephant, rhino, fat gorilla, some sort of large animal.
Well, there's other things in here. Anaconda's on here.
Butterbean.
Yeah, a hunter shark, huh? What do you think about a hunter shark? That's an athlete.
Okay.
Well, that's what it says on here. A Plesiosaurus. I don't know.
You do a lot of different dinosaurs.
What about Hippo Maximus?
Sure.
I would definitely
Hippo
allow
Maximus?
Hippo Maximus.
Yeah, I'll be Hippo Maximus.
100%.
That's good.
Yes,
Hippo Maximus
absolutely.
is good.
By the way,
Italian
Tim,
hippo, maybe?
also, we should say before we start, we saw your consent tweet that
Okay,
rocks.
I thought that might come up. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
We will be asking for consent before we fuck Hank's dead body.
As
the
we
hottest
all
thing ever.
should. As we all should.
Yes.
I will just say that, the tweet went up on April 20th. April 20th is my birthday, so anyone who kind of bullied me, just a heads up, I don't bully people on their birthday.
Yes.
That's just a choice.
Yes.
Maisie also is a friend, so even though it was on a social media platform, private conversation, everyone. I don't know why everyone else was joining.
Yeah.
Kind of. Also, third, I'm right. Just a
Yeah,
heads
you
up.
are.
Yeah.
So I'm right,
Did
and
when you
stop booing
when you
'cause I'm
posted
right.
that, you were like, "Oh, the guys from Part of My Take didn't see this. I'm safe." And then 3 weeks later, I brought it up out of nowhere.
I just suddenly got this flood of people liking the tweet out of nowhere, and I was like, I think I need to. And then somebody mentioned, I'm so glad he brought this up on the pod. I wouldn't have noticed it. I'm like, okay, I do need to listen to this episode now and find out what happened.
So
and,
what
I
was-
should have known. I should have known.
What was the tweet exactly? It was nothing's hotter than asking for consent when you know that you have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
No, that's a fact.
I
mean,
think
I
a lot of
Agreed.
problems.
I agree.
I'm getting hard right now.
It's a lack of creativity. If someone's like, "Oh, asking for consent," I'm just like, "Well, I mean, just have fun with it."
Yeah.
Kind of I
Right.
mean, you can make anything a good time. Yeah,
It's okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It's
All
more
right.
than
So
okay.
so for people who aren't watching, does everyone want to describe what their say their name and then what they're dressed as?
Sure.
Also, you should be watching because this is the set.
Yeah.
The
is
costumes
incredible.
are
Set is-
banging today. Absolutely.
I'm Hippo Maximus. I am dressed as Hagrid from the Harry Potter series.
I didn't even know you were dressed up.
Oh, yeah, so funny. I do kind of look like him. And by kind of, I definitely look like him.
Hell yeah.
A great deal. Yeah. Great deal. I'm Greg, 2 G's, one in the front, one at the end. And I am dressed as an Oompa Loompa, chocolate factory, a slave, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm Norm the Barbarian. I'm dressed as Doc Ock from the Spider-Man lore. I don't really know. I built this costume homemade because my kids love Spider-Man, so I thought I'd just put it on at home and chase him around. So I bought them some Spider-Man costumes as well. So
2 for 1.
2 for 1. Yeah, it was a 2 for 1 deal. And also,
What's the vision like out of those glasses?
I'm like a dog. I can only see black and white. Yeah, it's really bad.
Like,
But I'm
Bubba.
here. Yeah. Okay.
I am Wayne the Hill Dwarf Bard, and I am dressed today as a some sort of Viking. I think it was just a Viking costume. I'm not sure if it's a specific Viking. Maybe Eric the Red. I'm dressed as Eric the Red.
I'm Erlich the Warlock, and I am dressed as Shrek from Shrek 2.
Not Shrek 1?
Well,
Shrek
Shrek 2,
Whoa.
he's human.
Uh-oh.
And you're wearing
He's both, right?
rarely green Shrek, which you are wearing the
Famously
hat.
sexy.
But he is Green Shrek in Shrek 2, fact or fiction, at some point.
I don't have my glasses on. You look like Nate.
Yeah.
You're dressed as Nate.
And Tim, what are you dressed as?
I'm just wearing my cloak as usual. Yeah, absolutely.
Also, your biceps are popping. What do you
I
do for
appreciate
those?
it.
What do you What do you do for those?
I just did working out during COVID. That's
Okay,
all.
nice.
That was the
And
trick.
it's
yeah.
still around?
No, I started working out during
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I can notice.
No.
Guys should support guys.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. 100%.
Consensually.
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
I definitely approve of all the camaraderie. I like that 100%.
Okay. All right. So let's do it.
Now, our adventure today, I am really, really particularly excited about because this adventure is the adventure that I've been running ever since we did our last one, the Sunless Citadel, long ago, before our Baldur's Gate adventure. That was a year and a half ago. So ever since then, I've been running this adventure, the Forge of Fury, for the AWLs. At this point, I kind of crunched the numbers, and I've probably run this adventure for over 200 AWLs out there at this point. So you've got some people who have gone through this adventure quite a few times quite a few people who have gone through this adventure once, who are going to be tuning in, who are going to be very much analyzing how you guys do on this particular adventure. So this one is one that the fans are going to have played a lot of, and potentially it's a multi multi-parter. It is an adventure that came out when I first started playing D&D years ago, and they've updated it with every single edition since then. It is known as the Forge of Fury, and Wayne, in particular, this adventure is going to have a lot to do with you, because we're starting our adventure in the town of Blazingdale, which is mostly humans. We've got a lot of humans in this group, but particularly there's a large dwarven population in the town of Blazingdale. In fact, your family might live in this town. I would leave that entirely up to you. The legend has it that the reason why there's so many dwarves living in the town of Blazingdale, as well as a good number of gnomes, I will also point out, Ehrlich, you have heard that there was once a mighty dwarven fortress in the northwestern mountains known as Kundrakar, which translates to the Forge of Fury. It is said that there was a great dwarven blacksmith who kept making these amazing magic weapons to slay his enemies, the orcs who populate the mountainside. Eventually, the orcs got sick of it, attacked the mountain, laid siege for 5 years, and 100 years ago, the mountain fell and the dwarves were driven out. However, it's said that not all the weapons that were created by that master blacksmith were found, and in theory, the greatest axe of the blacksmith Durgeddon has still not been located. Many dwarves in the town of Blazingdale believe that there is a vault located somewhere in that mountain, and whoever could get in the mountain, deal with the orcs, find the vault and get it open, would be able to lay claim to one of the greatest treasures in all of the land.
I want that axe.
Absolutely.
I want that treasure.
100%. You would know that the people who can wield an axe like that would be mainly our paladin Greg
That makes
and our
sense.
barbarian Norm, but also Wayne the Bard. Even if axes are not your specialty, you still know that this is an ancestral relic that really belongs in the hands of the dwarves.
I can play a mean axe.
Absolutely. At the same time, Ehrlich, you also know that this axe would have enchanted runes on it, that if you were to harvest the power of those runes and destroy the axe, would afford you immense power, much like not just one soul, but hundreds of souls that power your spell.
Right off the bat, it sounds like he would go for the axe for nefarious purposes.
You could argue
he
that.
wants the axe to destroy
It
it.
sounds like everyone.
It
would
sounds
go-
like everyone wants the axe.
But you want it to destroy it.
I feel like the power could corrupt us all.
Maybe,
me.
yeah.
I don't even want it.
I don't want it either.
I want it.
Hank's family's in town?
No, PFT's family's in
PFT's?
town.
Wayne's family,
Okay.
in theory, might live in this
got
town.
any
I'll leave that up
sisters?
to you. Yeah.
I might fuck your mom.
Back off.
I might get a little basketball going. And just
You
look
can
like
tell me your
Mount
mom's not here. And we'll just whisk her to
Yeah.
safety.
She says no consent, Nick.
I knew I had it.
Absolutely. Now, Hippo Maximus, you would know as a druid of the nearby region that the orcs have been attacking human caravans and stuff for years now from the mountain that they took from the dwarves. You also know that those attacks have not been as successful in recent years. The orcs have been taking a lot of casualties. Now might be the perfect time with their numbers whittled down for some people to go into the mountain. It might be that previously it was too dangerous, and now you think the number is down to maybe just a dozen orcs or so left still in the mountain. You've heard their war cries of their leader, Great Ulf, and you know that years ago they used to have a different leader. So at some point in the past decade, there was a transition of leadership, apparently, in the orc tribes of Stonetooth Mountain, where Kundrakar used to be built. So you know a lot about the nearby wilderness. I would say that Norm and Greg, you've probably rolled into town. There are a lot of barbarian tribes in the mountains around here. There aren't many paladin orders, but paladins often come into the mountains to accomplish heroic quests. And there would definitely be a small gnomish population, mostly of warlocks, in the town of Blazingdale. Now, this adventure is special because we haven't done an adventure yet that starts in town. So when you start in town, you can do whatever you want. We're kind of assumed we've met each other. We've gathered in the town square. There is a nearby tavern. There is a temple dedicated to the god of dwarves, actually, Moradin. There are also potion shops and other places you can visit. When you're in town, you can do whatever you want, and in theory, you can try to get information or maybe supplies that you think you might need for your expedition. However, to see what order we get to do things in, I'm going to ask everyone to do their first dice roll for today. You're going to roll a D20, the 20-sided die, and whoever rolls the highest is going to get to go first.
16.
16
lead for the
for
boys.
Norm. Norm, you have a +2 on your dexterity, so I'm going to put you in for an 18.
got a 1.
That means you're like Ehrlich. You have a +2 also, so you got a total of a 3.
nice.
Ehrlich, you're going to be going last right now.
I got a 2.
Ooh, okay. Wayne, actually, Wayne, you've got a +3 on dexterity. So with a total, you said a 2?
Yep.
You got a 5 total. You're actually
Sick.
still going just ahead of Ehrlich. And that's Wayne. Lovely.
13.
13, absolutely. And I think you have a +1 as a paladin. So, Greg, you're going right dab in the middle. And Hippo Maximus.
I got a 4.
A 4.
Oh,
Hippo
no.
Maximus, you have a +2, I believe, on
Second to
dexterity.
last.
So that actually gets you to 6. So
Oh,
you're right smack in the middle now. So order is Norm first, then Greg, then Hippo Maximus, then Wayne, then Ehrlich. And Norm, you're in town right now.
Yeah.
Literally, you see a tavern called the Four Swords Tavern right in front of you. And there is also the potion shops and temples and anything else that you might be looking for in a civilized town like this. It's a mountain mining town, you think. So it doesn't
I
have
like
like
that.
a huge shopping mall or something like that, but you do have places
Little
you can
cowboy
go to.
town.
Yeah, a little cowboy town. Yeah.
Boys, should we maybe like split up? Like maybe I go to the tavern, see what's up. Someone else go to the potion shop, grab some potions.
I think, splitting up smart.
Yeah.
I'll go to the forest, hang out with my people.
Well, and then we can meet before we leave
Yeah.
town.
100%.
Okay.
You could. Splitting up in town is usually a pretty safe move. 100%.
Okay. All right. So let me. I'm gonna grab a nice cold Coors Light.
Should we have a word to yell that we gather at one point?
Yeah. Consent.
Yep, there it
You could
is.
blow the conch, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let's hop in the bar, grab a beer, and just can I ask some guys what's up?
You certainly can. As soon as you walk in the bar, the first thing you see is that there's a bartender, classic human bartender with a big beard. He's cleaning a glass, got a big apron. He nods to you. There seems to be some sort of rich merchant sitting at the bar. And then there are 4, I must emphasize, mine workers, not miners, who are drinking and eating right now in the bar.
Miners are drinking?
The mine workers.
mine
Mine
workers.
workers.
So,
not
Tim, you're
miners.
saying that there's a bunch of miners, and then there's a rich financier sitting right next to them.
It seems like they're
Okay.
not at the same table, but you're definitely getting the vibe like, okay, those are the guys who work in the mines. That's probably a mine owner, would be
Okay.
your guess.
Okay.
You also notice in the back room, there's some kind of a party going on, and you think you hear dwarves singing in Dwarvish.
Is it dwarves or
But you
miners?
don't speak Dwarvish. Dwarves very often are mine workers, yes.
Right. Okay. What do you guys think? Should I talk to the rich guy or maybe go to the party?
Check the
Financier.
financier. Yeah,
Is he
he
the
might-
financier?
Maybe he'll take
knows
us
all
on
the
the trip.
secrets.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Let's
and
talk
then
to Jeff Epstein.
Absolutely, 100%.
And his friend might be Maxwell.
Oh,
As you kind of sit down next to him, he's kind of like, hello, goodness, good to see you. Oh, quite a brute from the nearby mountains, I see. And he's being very rude to you right now. Would you like to talk to him and try to say something to him, or are you going to do something else?
Yeah. Let's talk to him. How
What do you
smart?
say to him?
Well, I'd be like, brute. I'm actually wicked smart.
Absolutely, 100%. Do you try to, like, he doesn't seem to, he just, oh, goodness, I'm sure, yes, quite, for a barbarian of the mountains, I'm sure you're quite savvy and cunning in your tribe. Do you try to impress him with any knowledge?
Yeah,
or-
could I like fill out like a quick math formula and just pass it over? Be like, see this, buddy?
I will let you roll a d20. However, your barbarian Norm does have a -1 on intelligence.
Oh,
So if you roll a
no.
d20 -1.
I got a 16.
16
15,
minus 1.
15, sorry.
Oh, a 14. So you do this pretty impressive math formula, and then he's like, "Whoa, goodness, you know how to do your arithmetic."
Yep.
Well, there's a little. You forgot to carry the 4, and you did make a slight mistake, but still, it's pretty impressive with a 14. And it's clear. He says, goodness, I've underestimated you, my good friend." As you try to get information out of him, you can now roll with advantage. He realizes he's underestimated you. Roll 2 times and take the higher number.
17.
17's great. 6. So we'll take the 17. You don't have any bonus to persuasion, but you've made a great impression on this guy. You can either ask him for 2 things, like a potion or some money or something like that, or you could get the answer to 2 questions you might have. He may have information, but you'd have to think of what information he would have. You know, this guy wouldn't know what's going on inside the mountain. He's never fought an orc or something like that, but you could see what he might know, or more likely what he could offer you.
What about if I ask them who knows the inside of the mountain the best?
Oh, goodness. I would say that would probably be the elder dwarves who fled from the mountain so long ago. There are still quite a few dwarves who remember the days 100 years ago of the fall of Kundrakar. So I would talk to them, most likely at the Temple of Moradin, over that away. But there's also some dwarves having a party in the back room. It seems like one of them is they're all brothers, 9 brothers, one of whom is the oldest and is having a birthday party right now. They are quite shit-faced, it looks like, and so they might be able to get information easier out of them, perhaps.
Okay, yeah. So let me
How's your character with peer pressure?
bad.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, you might just get drunk.
I might just get drunk.
These dwarves are partying hard.
But I'm bigger than them.
Yes, you are.
All right,
But
so
they're cooler than you, and you.
No, they're definitely not.
No, you're looking for their affection. You will probably get drunk with them.
but I'm bigger than them. It will take me a lot longer to get drunk.
I think you got to do something like you have to impress them with how much beer you can drink.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, hey Jeff, thanks for the talk. You're a creep. I got a bad feeling about you. Something's gonna happen to you later.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna go back in the party, and I'm just gonna be like, fellas, and then I just pound a beer so fast.
Go ahead and roll me a d20 plus 3.
God, don't
this is your
embarrass us.
Constitution saving throw to see. I typically don't count dice
really
that fall
move.
on the floor, but I can.
I can't really move. Can you give me?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't really think this costume through in this
Oh,
aspect.
that's right.
20!
Oh, amazing!
Chug,
so
chug.
as soon as you walk in, they've got the boot going. They have got the boot that they are chugging from, and immediately you're like, fill her up. And you chug the boot in like record time. That you definitely beat whatever the record is in this town.
You're the fucking
Maybe
man,
the
Big Cat.
world record.
Yeah, this is sick.
They're losing
You still got it, man.
right
Hippo
now.
Malchus wanted me to
They are
fail.
your best
No,
friend
no,
at
no.
this
I want
point.
everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
We'll get back to Dungeons and Dragons in a second. It's brought to you by Coors Light. The perfect summer playlist may be elusive, but one thing is sure. It gets better when it's enjoyed with an ice-cold Coors Light, because music and Coors Light equals chill. It's amplified. Coors Light is the only choice when you're ready to choose chill. When you embrace a chill mindset, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Love Coors Light. Love it at concerts. I'm going to be going to Riot Fest for sure this year here in Chicago. It's summer concert series. We got Lollapalooza. We've got the Puff Punk Tour about to get into high gear in August. Coors Light is the perfect beer to go along with live music. Amplify your chill this summer with Coors Light. Choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Go to CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer. Be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light's social handles all summer long for more exciting announcements. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Now, more D&D.
Do you tell them like what mission you're going on right now? All 9 of these brothers are chanting Norm, 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 and they start singing songs. You don't know Dwarvish, but as they're rocking back and forth and like got torches over their head, you keep hearing the word Kundrakar in their songs. It's clear they know information.
Norm is on fire.
Did you want to ask them
Your
anything,
defense
or
is
do you want to
on
tell
fire.
them anything?
What do we ask? I need help. Anyone?
We maybe find out where that axe
Where
is.
the afters?
Oh yeah, where's that? Hey,
Like
hey,
you guys
anyone,
ever seen that axe?
Any of you guys? Any of you guys missing an axe?
What that axe
for
do?
thousands of years?
The oldest brother, the one whose birthday it is, was asleep in his food, and then he sits up suddenly. Yes, I remember the axe. Our father was there the day Kundrakar fell, and he told me that Durgeddin locked his axe away and couldn't get to it in time to use it to fight the orcs, and then the key was cut from his belt, and it fell into a chasm far below the mountain. But I remember him saying that the vault was in the eastern portion of the mountain. That's all we know for sure. So you've confirmed the
great
vault
info.
exists. We know it's in the eastern part of the mountain, but problem, the key fell into a chasm. He says either it's lost forever, or maybe the orcs, who can see very well in the dark, they might have tried to find it. That's his best guess.
All right. So I mean, should I try to just put this eldest dwarf in my back pocket?
Yeah, like bring him with.
Yeah.
You do think that one of these dwarven brothers would come with you right now. This is Magnus Steeltoe is his name.
Oh, I think we should. Magnus Steeltoe. You want to come party with my boys?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. You
Okay.
seem cool, Norm. I'm coming with you.
All right.
And Magnus seems like he's a fighter, but he's not a fighter on the level with us. He's
Right.
only got maybe like a dozen hit points. He's got 1 axe attack per turn. He can help, but probably help more as cannon fodder than anything else.
Okay.
No, we got to
Really?
protect him. I like him.
Yeah, Magnus Steeltoe. You're with us.
And Greg, that'll bring us to you next. Very good turn.
Feel good.
Norm.
Yeah,
great
Well
turn,
done.
great turn.
Feel good about that
Absolutely.
turn.
Huge turn.
Didn't get into a fight with anyone.
Since I'm the paladin, I think the temple makes sense for me to go to.
Absolutely. The moment you arrive, even though you're not a dwarf, they see your armor, they see your holy symbol, you're a holy knight riding into town. Instantly, Greg, important question. At this level, you get a steed that you can summon. It's not an actual animal, it's a spirit, a celestial, an angel that takes animal form. It, of course, can just be a horse, or it could be something else if you prefer, like a dire wolf or a, I don't know, big warthog or something like that. Do you have a particular animal you want to be riding into town on?
A moth, please.
A moth?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You come in at night, of course. The lights of the city twinkle below you. You landed, and people are talking about this moth that has sort of been stabled in the town square. And I'll say, yeah, you're riding they don't want you flying the moth around town, but you're riding this
Understandable.
giant moth through the streets right up to the temple. They see your holy symbol. You're a holy moth. They say, brother, welcome, please come inside. You can tell there's a very old dwarven priest in a withered chair that they're carrying around a little bit, and there are other dwarven priests kind of roaming around. You also notice they have a whole tabernacle set up with holy healing potions inside of it.
Do I have any sort of trinkets on me?
You do, yeah, absolutely.
I want to give the old guy like a ring. I want to give him a
Absolutely.
holy trinket.
100%. You give him a little
are you
sacred
smitten?
relic from a town that you came from. Immediately, this old guy, oh, thank you. Yes, this was once in dwarven hands long ago. We shall put this back. And they have a whole reliquary where he kind of puts this ring on the shelf with all of the others. You've just earned advantage on any persuasion checks you do. And I think you have a persuasion bonus of like +4 or something on your sheet, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, under skills,
go
I
ahead,
think
take
you
your
have pretty good persuasion for getting information out of people. So under skills,
Yeah, that
do
might
you
be yours.
see
I have persuasion +6.
+6 now?
my
Amazing.
God.
I
So
can
if
get
you
whatever
try
I
to persuade
want.
people, you have advantage. You roll 2 times to take the higher number,
Okay.
and you add a +6 to your total.
Okay, yeah, I would like to ask him what he knows about this axe.
Absolutely, 100%. Roll 2 times on the D20. Tell me what you get
Feel
at
like
the
we're
higher
crushing
number.
A 10
10's good so far.
and a 4.
A 4. So we'll take the 10 plus 6. That's a 16. He's going to give you 2 solid pieces of information. What do you want to know about the axe? What he knows about where it is, or what he knows about its powers?
Let's go where it is.
Where it is, he confirms that the vault exists. It's somewhere in the eastern part of the mountain, but I know we already got that information. So he's going to confirm there's not just an axe in that vault. There is also other magical weapons, magical armor, and tons of gold as well in that vault. He also knows that the orcs would have been able to find the vault. It was not a secret vault by any means. It was a huge 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide vault door. The orcs would be able to find it, but unless we haven't seen any orcs carrying any rad magic axes,
know.
they could not have gotten the vault door open. It's a very secure vault door. You'd have to be really good at picking locks, or you would have to be able to find the key somehow.
And to this elder dwarf, I would like to know, is this power worth having, or will it corrupt? Is it bad to be? Should it stay locked away?
Great question. He
Thank you,
says,
guys.
The good news? No, Durgeddon was a great blacksmith. He was almost cursed by vengeance. His family had been killed by orcs. That's why he started making these amazing axes. So he imbued his fury into them, but Dwarven Fury only makes axes even more radical. Like, it didn't make it cursed or anything. But at the same time, there are many dark forces that seek to claim this axe. And so having it is a danger. Not because it will corrupt you, but because other people will be like, "Oh, you're an ally of the dwarves. That makes you an enemy of me." Orcs would not. like this axe very
Good
much.
guy with an axe, though.
Absolutely.
Better than a bad guy with an axe.
I'd rather be a
100%.
good guy with an axe than a good guy without one and come across.
Yeah, you'd rather have an axe and not need it. Than
Exactly,
need an axe and not have it.
exactly.
And certainly better than letting it fall into evil hands. An orc could use this axe against us, potentially. Though I'd say Durgeddin's axe might like burn in their hand or something like that. You would know.
Am I out of questions to
I'd
ask?
say that was more of a half a question. You could
Okay.
give him one more little piece of info.
Is there anything you can give me to help me?
When he hears that you're going to Kundrakar, absolutely, with even just a half of a question, gives you not a regular, but a greater healing potion, just in case you need it. So I'm going to mark down, you've got a greater healing potion. If you need to either feed that to somebody or drink it yourself to gain back hit points, you absolutely can. And it'll heal back 4d4 plus 4 hit points. That's a good chunk of your health.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'll kiss him on the top of the hand and go.
Absolutely, yes, 100%. He puts on the ring so you can kind of like kiss the
Perfect.
ring. And the other priests kind of salute you and wish you well on your quest to Kundrakar, Greg.
So
well done.
Greg just gave an old man a ring inside of a church and then kissed him.
Oh, I got
Are
gay
they
married.
Yeah, you did.
I think you're married.
The dwarf, the old dwarf also realizes at the same time. Oh, we're getting married now. Oops. Oh, no.
What happens
I have
an old husband.
Does that mean he has to come with us too? Honeymoon?
Actually, he wants you to stay home and take care of the temple with him. But he
Harrison
says,
Bucker.
first, you got. You know what? If you want to bring this old as fuck dwarf, you absolutely can. 100%.
All right, first of all, that's my husband, so
absolutely
shut up.
100%.
Okay.
Yes, apologies. Yeah. Absolutely.
Did you marry
If
for
you
money?
ask him for consent,
No,
you
he's a
can bring him
priest.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Let's bring him.
Absolutely,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
Husband.
My
Yes.
gay husband.
This is the high priest.
I'm not gay, but I do have a gay husband.
Absolutely.
Hey, happy Pride Month.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll just High Priest Mr. Greg.
Why does this always happen?
Absolutely. And Greg, amazing turn. And that will bring us then to Hippo
Thank you.
Maximus. Hippo Maximus, what would you like to do?
You said there's a forest close
There
by.
is a forest.
I would
and you
like
have
to go
a
there.
Small grove
Be with my
of
people.
Druids.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. As you
Where
kind
are
of
your people?
find your people, and this is the best part is other people would not have an easy time finding these Druids. They're
brotherhood.
secreted away. You also have a secret language you share with the Druids that only you all can speak and stuff. Also, you have magical spells that allow you to like talk to animals and do other nature magic, talk to plants, that sort of thing. So make sure if you have any questions about any of your spells, let me know. But when you rendezvous with the Druids, I'll say there is a Hierophant, the high druid of your circle, is an old woman, and she says, "Oh, greetings, welcome back, Hippo Maximus." Her name is Giraffe Maximus, and so what would you like to say to her or ask?
If she knows anything, I guess if she knows anything about this axe, I feel like we know a lot about this axe, though.
We do probably know a lot about
That was
the
a really
actual-
good question, Hippo Maximus.
Absolutely.
Do you know anything about this axe?
We
We
know
really
about
know a
the
lot
axe.
about
Well, I
this
feel like
axe.
that was what I was supposed to say, but I don't know if that's.
No, you're
Who do
thinking
think
out
the
loud.
You can
MVP
ask her about the
who
axe.
should have been?
Exact same thing.
Who do you think the MVP should have? Who should have been?
something
The
like that.
MVP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a d20. You have advantage because this is your druid circle, so you can roll 2 times.
gonna
However, I
tell us
don't think you have the
where it
persuasion
is.
skill. So
Yeah.
you have a +1 on this.
Maybe ask where the axe is.
10. We already know where the axe is.
Oh, shit.
All right.
You got an 11 total. You're only getting 1 piece of information or maybe an item or some
Why
other
don't you
kind
just
of
get
Other-
some food?
yeah,
Just
I
get
want some
food.
items.
Just
I would,
get
I would
some
like
food.
some items
Eat
to
some food.
get me to the journey of the axe.
Yeah, he needs energy. He needs power.
So she'll give you a choice. She could give you a healing potion. Those are always helpful. You can't have too many of them.
hoagie.
She might have a little something that might be able to augment your magic. She might also be able to set you up with a guide who could bring you to the mountain without any trouble.
Are we all bringing dates?
Otherwise, you would be our best guide. It would be the survival skill for guiding us to the mountain.
So everything would go through me.
Exactly.
I would be the leader. I would like
Well,
to be the guide.
yeah,
No,
in a certain sense.
I would
Travel
like that. I
agent,
would like
yeah.
that for. I would like that to be me.
Does he lose hit points if he's like it's been almost 20 minutes? He hasn't had anything to eat.
I mean, you could make a Constitution save if you get too hungry. Yeah.
No, I don't. I just need to be the guide. That's all. Okay. Don't worry about the food intake. That's Henry's or Ehrlich is the one who worries
true.
about the food intake.
That's true.
He gets very cranky.
He gets very cranky.
Gotta keep that blood sugar.
So, Max, what are you doing?
I'm taking the guide.
You're gonna take the guide,
Yeah.
absolutely. She gives you the guide. Guide. You can choose any animal you want. I'm gonna say it's a bird who suddenly flies down from a tree and lands on your shoulder.
I'm good with a bird. I like a
Absolutely.
bird.
Get an
Absolutely.
eagle.
What kind of bird? Do you eagle?
Get an eagle.
Yeah, birds. Let's go
Absolutely.
birds. Yeah, go
this
birds.
eagle comes swooping down, lands on your shoulder, and this eagle has a magic spell already cast on it, so you don't need to cast anything. It can talk, and this eagle tells you that not only can it guide you to the mountain, it also has seen something strange. It knows that there are two. It takes you a while. It's like the air that is hard to see through. You're like, you're talking about smoke? It's like, yes, that. And he's seen two sources of smoke on this mountain. One seems like it's coming from a campfire from the front of the mountain, the western side, where we've heard the mountain door into the mountain is. You also know the eagle's saying there is smoke apparently at the top of the mountain for some reason as well, but you don't know what that would be about necessarily. So you got us an eagle guide who's going to be able to lead us to the mountain and has some interesting, weird information. Good stuff, Hippo Maximus.
Can the eagle talk to everyone else or just to me?
I will leave it up to you. The
I would
eagle
like for the
can talk to
eagle. I would like for the eagle to only talk to me.
The eagle will
What's the
only
eagle's
whisper
name?
in your ear. It doesn't understand names, this eagle. It's
think
just,
it's
I'm an
Jalen.
eagle. What do you mean? And you can name it whatever you
Big
want.
Dom?
Big Dom, yeah, Big Dom's
Absolutely.
good.
He says, my name is Caw, but I'll go by Big Dom.
Dom, yeah.
Absolutely. Big Dom, the eagle, 100%. Now, Hippo Maximus, you still have a bonus action, but I do want to take this opportunity just to let you know, the only thing you can really do with the bonus action is turn into an animal. So you could turn into an animal right now if you wanted to, or you could wait until a
I'll
future
save that.
turn.
No,
Save that.
Nah, I'm gonna
Dude,
save
you
that.
got a double eagle.
Why not double eagle?
I'm gonna
Double,
save
you
that.
have a chance to double eagle right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna have double eagle later.
Albatross.
I'm not gonna.
It's gonna be tough to fly in a cave, man.
You don't know that. You
should
don't know,
double eagled.
You don't know how big his cave is.
I don't.
All right. We'll
You could
remember
definitely
that.
wild shape into
Yeah.
an eagle, by the way. You could turn into a same-size eagle or bigger eagle.
We'll remember that you didn't double eagle.
I will double eagle at some point. I'm not wasting my double eagle this early.
You just be an eagle for life.
You could
That's not
stay
true.
in your eagle form for future turns. just
Right.
so you
Sounds
know.
like he's
It's
not
too late
confident in
now.
his eagles.
No, it's too late. I'm staying in my.
Absolutely.
I'm staying in my
We
certain.
can save the double eagle. Absolutely.
I don't want to
just stay
double
in
eagle too early, like the football team did last year. We got a double eagle late in the season.
Huh?
Think about it.
I thought about it. Makes sense.
Yeah. Think about it.
Good turn, Hippo Maximus. Absolutely. That is going to bring us to Wade.
So Max
next.
found a bird with his.
Yes,
with his, okay, that
100%.
was his entire
Way to
turn.
go,
Got
dude.
it.
Yeah,
Good job.
you found a bird in the woods.
Would you use your ear?
You're good, dude.
You guys don't know anything about guidance. You know nothing about
You
guidance.
want so badly for this entire game to go through you.
It does go through me.
You're
He
trying
just
to
said
snatch this game.
He just said that I am the leader of this tribe right now, leading us to the mountain.
Actually, Big Dom kind of is.
That's yeah. Big Dom can only talk to me though.
Big Dom
No,
only has one person's number here.
Yeah, I met Big Dom one time, and he liked me way more than you.
You want me to,
We're-
te-
we're
you want me to
talking-
text Big
we're
Dom
talking
the
about-
Eagle right
We're talking
now?
about an eagle in this game right now named Big Dom. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
Is the eagle safe from like if an orc chief? Are the eagles good against chiefs?
This eagle only has like 3 hit points.
Yeah.
It's not a particularly
Yeah, the
sturdy.
Chiefs will fuck him up.
Like if the Eagle's sleeping on the ground and my guy, what's his name, Steel Toe?
Magnus Steel Toe.
Magnus Steel Toe.
could
If he just
fuck up an eagle.
accidentally like steps on the Eagle.
His name's Steel Toe.
Yeah.
Literally,
Just
yeah,
squish it?
absolutely.
Okay, all right. I hope that doesn't happen.
Was this eagle like really good 2 years ago? And now there's questions about whether or not the eagle will still be good.
Does seem to have some silver feathers, kind of. Like
Let's
you've
just
seen
say
better days.
let's hope this Eagle stays safe.
Don't say it.
What? It'd be a shame if the
I
Eagle
don't say the
died.
shame word.
Okay.
PFT, no pressure. We all have dates.
Yeah, you have dates. Max has a bird he's gonna fuck. So okay, so I'm
doesn't get
amongst my
smashed by
people,
us.
right?
You are amongst your people. You know, there's a huge dwarven population in town. Maybe even your family.
Okay, so what else is in
Bring
town?
your sister.
You know, there's the Temple of Moradin, Temple of all dwarven kind. You know, there's like potion shops and stuff. The local bar. If you're looking for something else, like a shop that sells other things, or potentially, there's a lot of different stuff in this.
Is
town.
there a weapon shop in
There's
town?
definitely a weapon shop. In
I
this
think
town.
I should go to the weapon shop.
The issue is that we have weapons already, and it would be hard to get better weapons. The better weapons we could get are magic weapons. They might sell those, but they're generally pretty expensive, and that's part of why we would go to the mountain is to get some magic weapons. But if you go to the weapon shop, they definitely do sell weapons.
You know what? I'm gonna go visit my family.
Absolutely, 100%.
They'd get very angry if they knew I was in town. And I didn't say
Absolutely.
hi.
They probably have weapons and stuff too amongst your family, 100%. You can definitely go visit them. Where would your family, what kind of house would your family sort of live in?
I think very in a cave.
Yeah, they're dwarves.
Yeah.
So they might have an underground house below the city streets, 100%. So they got this cave kind of set up. Immediately, your parents open arms. You're my boy. Welcome home, Wayne. Absolutely. Your brother Garth is there as well. Or sorry, your cousin, right?
Yeah.
You've got your all your siblings, all your cousins are gathered in the cave right now. They are all embracing you, and they're all having they're putting together a dinner now to celebrate your arrival in town.
Okay, great. So I'd like to talk to them and see what they know about how to access this cave door, like where exactly that key might be.
You haven't seen your family in so long. That's what you're going with?
Yes. It's transactional.
Absolutely. You're particularly good at persuasion. You have a
Okay.
+6, and you have advantage on them, of course, because they're your family. So you can roll 2 times on the D20 and take the higher number.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's the D.
Oh, that's a 30.
D20s here.
Okay, D20. Here we go. 15.
50, already great.
Pretty good. And 7.
7. With a 15, that's +6 is a dirty 21. And with a 21 in all, you get 3 things from your family. I am going to say you mentioned are you focusing more on other ways you said into the mountain or to get into the vault?
So I think we need to find where the key is, right? Is the key, because we can't break into this vault. It's too secure.
Yes.
I think the only way that we can get in is if we have the key.
They tell you that they had heard from an orc that they didn't capture, but a local caravan was fighting against the orcs. They took a prisoner. One of your brothers was on that caravan, and he says when they interrogated the orc, they said that one of the orcs had found a key recently. And it was just a casual note while they were torturing him, kind of. And you didn't think anything of it, or he didn't think anything of it until you mentioned that you're looking for the key to this vault. At the same time, no orcs have shown up with any gold or magic axes or anything. So even though apparently an orc has found the key, they still haven't opened up the door
They're
yet.
too dumb.
Now, absolutely. You could ask more about what do you know about who found the key or why are they not opening the door, or you could ask something else with your
Can I borrow some money?
You could definitely borrow some money.
Okay.
They're going to give you 100 gold pieces, and with that, you could buy 2 healing potions or buy other stuff.
Okay, so do I get another question, or is that it?
You get 1 more now.
Okay, I want to see which one of my families really ride or die. Who wants to come with me on this great adventure?
100%. You can definitely get 1 family member to come with you. Would this be your cousin, your brother, one of your parents? Who would you like to bring? Sister?
Back off. Do I have a sister?
You could have a sister.
Like
yes,
hot?
100%.
Full blood sister or
Yes, yeah.
stepsister?
Is she hot,
Or
Tim?
you could have a stepsister.
I have a stepsister. Yeah, I'll bring my stepsister.
You got a stepsister.
Nice.
Absolutely. Stepsister.
Uh-huh.
She immediately wants to know your quest. She says, "What are you doing, stepbrother?" And she is going to join you on your quest, 100%. And
She sounds hot.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's her. She talks like this. Good to see you. Absolutely.
Is she
stuck.
Is she a strong woman?
I'm gonna roll her charisma first of all. Your sister's super fucking hot, dude.
Stepsister.
She got a stepsister. She got a 19 out of 20 on the hotness scale. That's wild. That's a solid 9.5.
Yeah.
What
Roll for
hockey
cup
team would
size.
she be
Roll
a
for
fan
cup
of?
size.
18 out of 20.
Those are huge
Damn,
titties.
Dude, that's so
enormous.
sick for you.
Yeah, they
What
are.
was your other question?
Awesome.
What hockey team would she be a fan of? The Edmonton Oilers?
Yes.
Okay,
nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice,
100%.
So does she want to join?
Yes. 100%. And you know that your sister has gotten drunk in
Stepsister.
bars. Stepsister has gotten drunk in bars. Kind of sometimes had some fun, and so
Is it sister or stepsister?
Stepsister.
Stepsister.
Stepsister. I keep saying sister, stepsister. Yeah.
Are we certain, or can we find out later that
Yeah.
it's just sister?
I'm gonna roll for that secretly. Okay. I'm just keeping that information myself.
Good to know.
I didn't know we did secret rolls here.
Absolutely. Mhm.
PFT, this is
I know the
I hate
truth.
I hate to bring this up, but I have actually been following your stepsister on Instagram for a while.
Oh, that's messed up.
Not
Wait,
just
did you-
on
wait, did you-
Instagram.
Respectfully.
Did you know she was my stepsister?
Might have.
We still don't know.
Yeah, we still don't know.
It could
She
be
could be a
either.
real sister.
She doesn't seem to have an OnlyFans.
Okay.
Yet.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
rolled for her to have an
Okay,
OnlyFans.
okay.
She swiped up on my
Yeah.
story, said LMAO.
Which
It wasn't even a
means
funny
we have a
post.
business opportunity. It sounds like. You're, unless you want a name for your sister, I'll name her Vera. Unless you have
Ooh,
something
I like
else.
that.
Vera's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mhm,
Vera's
absolutely. So your stepsister Vera will be coming along on this
Okay.
quest with us. I'm gonna roll how good she is at combat. Hey, Your stepsister's great at fighting, actually.
package.
100%.
Oh
Total
my
package.
God.
Total package. 100%. Absolutely.
All right, can I, before I leave, can I just say what's up to my stepmom?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. You say what's up to your stepmom. Absolutely.
Tip the cap.
That'll be your bonus action. You give her a little tip of the cap, 100%. Just roll me a d20 real quick.
11.
11. Anything could happen. Anything could happen here, 100%.
We'll never know what happened.
We'll never know. Absolutely. Wayne, great stuff. Absolutely. You got 100 gold pieces, some good information, and a stepsister. And Ehrlich, what would you like to do on your turn?
I think I'd like to go to the potion shop.
Yes,
Read up.
absolutely. So the potion shop, incidentally, is run by a dwarven family. They are a couple, though it seems the husband is a wizard. The wife is an artificer, actually, a tinkerer who crafts things. But it's the husband who makes a lot of the potions. And as you walk in, you notice that they're doing a thing that you've seen dwarves in human societies do. They're both walking around on these elevated mechanical shoes that they can crank to like give them extra height and stuff. And they're walking around in the shops. So they're like actually towering above you right now, but they would be eye-to-eye height with a human, basically. And as soon as they see you, they go, "Oh, welcome, come on in, come on in." And they press buttons on their shoes and go down to gnome height level. And what would you like to do or say here? You're noticing there's a ton of healing potions, as well as lots of other potions.
What other type of potions are there? I want to get something that can deal with orcs.
Roll me an Arcana
Who's an orc?
check to see.
One of the orcs knows exactly about
we
got
gotta
to
hunt down those orcs
Got
with the
it.
key.
We're gonna be running into orcs. Orcs are gonna be the enemy in this quest.
Also,
definitely seems that
Hank
way.
and PFT, I texted you something.
19.
19 plus your Arcana bonus, which I believe is a +6. Is that right?
+5.
+5, absolutely. Okay, with a 24, you're going to see 4 different types of potions. You see, first of all, a potion of invisibility. This potion would allow you to turn invisible until you cast a spell or attack. Once you do that, it breaks invisibility at that point. You also see a potion of heroism. If you drink a potion of heroism, you become braver, and you get extra hit points, basically, when you are in combat. Were there other potions you were hoping to find around here? Any potions that you were hoping would have a specific effect of some sort? You definitely find healing potions of all different sizes and shapes. Invisibility, heroism. Anything else you were hoping to find here, maybe?
Heroism, I heard you do that once, and then you're hooked for life. I'll do the invisibility.
Absolutely, 100%. So they tell you that the invisibility potion is about 300 gold pieces. Oh my God. You could try to persuade them to give you that for a discount, or you could try to steal it, maybe, or something along those lines.
Maybe I could steal it and take them hostage, kill one of them and take the other one hostage.
Why are you trying to murder these nice people?
I need a date.
It's a mom and pop shop.
I need a date. I'm running out of time.
That doesn't sound very consensual to me.
Is there a love potion there?
There could be. So I'll say the other ones are you find a love potion and you find poison as well. Those are the 4 other types of potions you found. So invisibility, heroism, poison, and love potion, as well as
How much
2
is
types of
the
healing.
poison cheaper?
Poison's cheaper. Yeah, poison's only 50 gold pieces.
Oh.
I think I'll do the poison. Then.
You could afford one of those for free, and you could haggle with them to get more poison if you wanted.
Roll to haggle.
Yeah, that'll be a persuasion, or are you being mean to them?
That's a 1.
Oh, no, if anything, they're like, wait a minute, we don't know if we should really, what are you going to do with that poison? That's the penalty
Are you
for the
gonna do
one.
something
They
bad with
ask,
that poison?
Are you going to do something bad with that poison? Is exactly what they say.
No, I'm going to do something good and give it to an enemy.
Well, okay, but who's your enemy?
Orcs.
Orcs? Oh, well, and they look at each other. They just slide the potion over.
Good haggling.
Absolutely. They don't give you an extra healing poison potion, but they give you 1 poison.
Sorry, one should do the trick.
Exactly. Yeah. And so you got a little poison, Ehrlich. That was only your bonus action. Was there anything else you wanted to ask them for or do here?
Maybe ask him what this poison could kill. Like, how big of a thing could it kill?
I think I have a good idea with that. My gut tells me that
They would tell you it deals
This
they tell you how lethal it is. It's 2d8 damage, you think.
this safe is in the west. Everyone keeps talking about the east, but if it was in the east and they have the key, they would find it. I feel like it's a
we
bait
think
and
they've
switch.
found it, and they've also, one orc has found the key, but they haven't opened it. Earlier, we definitely concluded that you
How
can't
do we
hide
find
this
an
door.
orc that has seen the safe? Is there an orc that's found the safe with the
I
axe?
just want to say this is why we usually try to kill Hank.
Apparently, we know an orc has found the key. We think the orcs have probably located the vault because it's super hard to find. If you're looking for an orc, they'd all be up at the
My
mountain.
family
right
already
now.
told us all this, Hank.
Everybody's told us the East. Everybody.
We literally know this.
All right, let's go then.
We're not going to kill you
stupid
for
questions.
this, but strike one.
So
Okay.
you've got your tiny thing of poison ready to go?
Yep.
Absolutely. You got your poison, 100%. And that'll bring us back again
No
to
date?
Norm.
By the way,
Alone?
Oh, sorry?
Is he alone?
Is he alone?
Yep.
Oh, that's so he's outnumbered.
That does seem to be. Neither of the gnomes is coming with you on this quest,
Shit.
unfortunately, it seems. You got your poison.
He's the
bottle
ninth
with you.
wheel.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
had a donkey right there. It was so easy for you.
And Norm, you can do anything you want in town, or you could be the one to set out to the
Yeah.
mountain with the help of, in theory, the Eagle Guide who's guiding us.
I might have made a mistake. I didn't realize Max was on the text chain. I sent something.
Oh, yeah, that was such a shame. But you're not even at a point where that could even be possible yet.
What'd I say?
I'm not saying it.
I don't think Max has his phone.
I might have texted and said that
I
we
do
got to
have
kill
my
Max's eagle ASAP. Okay, can I get all the boys? Can we go? Let's do
Certainly.
it.
You can
Let's
rally
go,
the boys, 100%.
lead.
Let's.
I lead.
Whose turn is it?
But you said let's gather the boys. I lead the boys to the
You're
mountain.
so pressed over being
It's
the
your
leader of
turn
this
right
group.
now. In theory, on your turn, you could skip to the point where the eagle, essentially on the
Yeah,
eagle's
the
turn,
eagle
has
could
already
lead.
led us to the mountain, and then do your turn at the mountain.
All right, Eagles led us to the mountain.
Do I need to explain that I was gone for 15 minutes and got gay married?
Only if you want to.
Nah, they saw it
there
coming.
are like all these 4 very young, totally helpless dwarves who can't do anything, who are carrying an equally helpless old dwarf on his
No,
shoulders.
this is how the conversation
Oh, no,
went.
this
Go
stand.
ahead. Tell me.
Hey, there's probably something that's going to shock you. You've never thought this ever. I'm gay.
Yeah, cool, man. We knew.
Okay.
All right.
And the dwarven high priest says, apparently I am too. And this is all news to him.
Imagine coming out in an Oompa Loompa costume.
Okay, so we're at the mountain.
Yeah, at the mountain. And what you can tell, partially with the eagle's help, is you see that on the western side of the mountain, there is, in fact, the trailing smoke of a campfire. If you circle around to that side of the mountain, you can just barely glimpse through the trees 2 shapes around that campfire. It looks like there are a pair of orcs on lookout duty. One of them is sharpening his axe. The other one is like picking his nose right now, not really paying attention. Behind them, you can see a tunnel that goes into the mountain, and the dwarves have told us that that tunnel leads into the mountain to the mountain door, the front entrance.
Yes.
But the eagle also points out, really only to you, that there is another larger plume of smoke at the top of the mountain. Even though it's not your turn, you can point this out to your teammates or just keep it to yourself.
I would love to point this out to my teammates. I
Oh,
love
that's
my
a
squad.
smart move. Okay, so
know about-
what do you guys think? Should we go to the top?
You
Or
just know how
Should
helpful
we just
this
go in the
eagle
mountain?
is.
Should we get inside the mountain?
Right now, you know that if you just try to get inside the mountain, those 2 orc lookouts are going to see you as soon as you start approaching, and they're probably going to be hostile immediately.
Yeah, but I'm a fucking badass.
Certainly,
right.
yes, 100%.
So let's kill these 2 orcs and then go into the mountain.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
let's do
could
it.
rush right at these orcs. With your bonus action, you could rage. And then with your action, you could run into melee with one of them and swing your axe at him.
Okay.
Would you like to go for the one who's picking his nose or the one who's sharpening his axe?
Yeah, let me just kill the one with the axe.
The one with sharpening his axe, absolutely. So you're going to roll. Oh, before you roll, are you going reckless on this?
Yeah,
attack?
fuck yeah, I'm
Yes,
going
absolutely. Roll
reckless.
2
Come on.
times.
What are
I'm
you,
going to mark you down
crazy?
as reckless, Norm. So if they attack you, they'll also have advantage.
That was a 2.
2.
Not
So
great.
ignore that one.
Not great. Oh, shit. I gotta stop doing that.
That feels like how Doc Ock would roll his
Yeah.
dice, too, is with the gloves.
That is a 14.
14 plus 6 for your great, plus 7 for your
Plus
great axe
7.
attack is a dirty 21. That is absolutely a hit, and you can roll a d12 plus. Oh, sorry. Are you using a great axe or a great sword?
Whatever one was gonna cause the most damage.
This is the one that's going to cause the most damage, the great sword.
Okay.
2d6 plus 6 damage.
I got a 5 and a 3.
5 and a 3, so 8 plus 6, 14 brings this orc down to a single hit point left. He is almost dead. You thought you killed him. He's holding this gash across his throat. He stumbles against the stone wall, and then just as you think he's about to slip down to the ground, he grits himself, pushes himself off the wall, grabs his axe, and begins trying to stomp back towards you. The other orc is like, fuck, and reaching for his axe right now. I'm going to roll to see when they are going to go. Luckily, they are not going next. The orcs are only going to go right after Wayne's turn. So, Norm, you just went. These orcs don't get a chance to go until after Wayne's turn. That means we still have Greg, Hippo Maximus, and Wayne who get to go, who can try to finish this. And I apologize, you get a second attack now.
Oh, my God.
Your turn is over. Would you like to go reckless on this attack?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do.
And are you attacking the full strength orc or the one with 1 hit point left?
Let me just go after the full strength. Let me just get them both down so that we can just leave them
Absolutely.
to clean up. All right, so the D20.
You're going reckless again, absolutely. D20.
That's a 19.
Already a hit. And then just roll again to see if you crit.
That is a 4.
We'll take the 19 plus 7. That is a solid hit for another 2d6 plus 6 damage.
That's a 6 and a 2.
6 and a 2, so another 8 plus 6 brings this guy down to 1 hit point left.
clean
There are
it
2
up.
orcs. Each of them is at 1 hit point left. They're just looking at each other like, who the fuck is this guy? They're
badass.
terrified. Now you can tell their strategy has changed. They don't want to fight you anymore. They're looking at the tunnel behind them. They're about to run to get more orcs. But Greg, you are up next. What would you like to do?
I would like to ask Wayne's stepsister to watch me.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I will let you make a persuasion check to make sure she is watching you very closely.
20?
Yes.
14?
14, you have a plus 6, so that's a dirty 20. She's watching you and licking her lips.
Oh, shit.
I'd like to take off the top portion of my armor.
You do, 100%. You just you've got just the shoulder plates and nothing else.
Cool. I say watch this, and I will charge in
Absolutely.
with a divine smite.
Yes,
please.
absolutely. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You could either run at them with your longsword and attack, or you could charge on your moth with your lance. Either weapon will allow you to divine smite.
That's pretty cool.
I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to charge
absolutely.
with my lance.
Now, I will also point out each of these orcs has 1 hit point
Yeah.
left. Your divine smite deals extra damage. You can do a divine smite many times per day. So, you could do one now, but
Wow,
it would be
you have that
overkill,
stamina?
you think?
I want to impress this woman.
What does your gay husband think of this?
Yeah.
He's so old. He's probably not even paying it. He doesn't care. I'm sure he doesn't
He
care.
fell asleep, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say. Yeah.
Is he rich?
He has a lot of authority. He's not rich because he's a priest, but he has a lot of authority in town.
If he were to die, would Nick inherit anything?
Yeah, I would say you would be kept as like almost like a pet concubine in the temple, kind of. Like
a
your
pet
life would be
concubine,
luxury.
eh?
All the
Kind
old men
of,
get
yeah.
you.
They'd be like the old concubine of the high priest, the old husband. Like we've got to feed you and take care of you and give you housing for your whole life.
Oh man, I feel as if that was a misstep.
Now, all you need to do is hit one of these orcs with your lance. You get to roll a d20 plus, I think, 6 for your lance.
It is plus 6.
Absolutely.
So 10 and 6.
Absolutely. So with a 10 plus 6, that's a 16. That is just barely a hit against the orc. You don't even need to roll damage. Your lance goes right through the chest of one of the orcs. And with your divine smite, they explode from within. What does your divine smite look like? Is it like glowing light? Is it holy fire? You can describe-
It's a glowing purple light.
A glowing purple light seems to fill up this creature from within. The orc is this big, brutish, green-skinned warrior with like tusks coming out of his mouth and beady red eyes. You see his eyes turn purple. Purple light comes out of his mouth. He explodes. Pieces go everywhere. You also get 2 attacks
Can I
per
turn around and wink at the stepsister before he explodes?
You
not gonna tell her that
absolutely do. You
I
see
loosened
him
it for you?
explode
No, heavens,
behind
no.
you while you're winking at her.
You couldn't finish
And
the
she
job.
goes- she grabs your shoulder, shakes it, and goes, "He doesn't even look at the explosions. That's a cool guy." And so she
I do what I
tell
can.
she's interested. You get another attack, and you could do it against the other orc outside now if you wish.
Yeah, finish this guy off.
You also think you notice that there is a little bit of noise coming from deeper in the mountain. You could do something about that if you want, or you could just finish off this other orc.
I'm going to finish him off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do another D20 plus 6.
6.
6 plus 6, I'm sorry to say, is only a 12. You turn around to attack the other guy with your lance. He dodges out of the way, I'm sorry
that's embarrassing.
to say. So we got one orc still trying to run. Great turn, Greg.
Thank
what does
you.
my stepsister say about him not being able to finish off 2 guys?
I think she's actually pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
She goes, oh yeah, thinking he's about to kill both orcs, the first 2 enemies we've seen, and like get credit for those kills. And she goes, oh, and she's like devastated. You can tell right now. Hippo Maximus, we're up to you next.
We'll get back to D&D. It's brought to you by NASCAR. It's coming to Chicago this summer. 2 days full of racing and nonstop entertainment. 4th of July weekend NASCAR racing through downtown Chicago and the iconic Grant Park. Entertainment-filled weekend with your favorite artists featuring Keith Urban, the Chainsmokers, the Black Keys, and Lauren Elena. The 2024 Chicago Street Race will be the most talked about event of the summer. NASCAR is returning to the iconic streets of downtown Chicago. Purchase Barstool's $99 special ticket offer for general admission on Sunday. Check it out. NASCAR's back. We're all excited. They're going to go fast. They're going to go left. They're also going to be going through the streets of Chicago. It's going to be a fun race to watch. Come see it in person. Buy the $99 special ticket offer for general admission on Sunday. D&D is also brought to you by Proper 12. Believe it or not, summer is already here, but don't worry, AWLs. You don't need to give up your whiskey just because the weather's warming up. We've partnered with Proper 12 to bring you the unofficially official drink of the summer, the Proper PMT. That's Proper PMTEA. Mix up 2 parts of your favorite iced tea, 1 part of rich and smooth Proper 12. Serve over ice with a lemon slice. It's so easy, even Max could make it right. The Proper PMT tastes so good because it uses rich and smooth Proper 12 Irish whiskey, an award-winning blend of golden grain and single malt aged 4 years in bourbon barrels, because anything else just wouldn't be proper. The Proper PMT tastes like the unofficially official drink of the summer. Pick up some rich and smooth Proper 12 today. Try it for yourself. And now, more D&D.
So I still need to finish off one of these orcs.
There is 1 orc left. That is true. All it would take is like a level 0 spell or something easy. Like this orc only has a single hit point.
So
left.
something that like maybe the eagle could take care of.
The eagle could actually deal enough damage to kill this orc. Yeah, if you tell the eagle to swoop in, the eagle can attack.
I would like to prove his value to this team here.
Please
and
roll
I would like for the eagle to finish this man.
Please roll me a d20.
What does he need to finish
3.
this man? What number?
He needs to get a 13, and you get a d20 plus 3 to hit
This
this
is a
orc.
very, very easy test. This is like a
13.
buccaneer that you have to finish off.
Well,
you should
it's
crush
50-50.
this buccaneer.
It's 50-50, so it's not that easy.
You should crush him. Inferior opponent.
You get 10 or higher.
That would be a 1.
Oh my God.
So what that
You
means is,
suck, dude.
as this orc is
Hank got
stumbling
so many
around,
ones.
this was the second orc who Norm attacked, so he got a slash across the chest, I'm going to say. He's bleeding profusely, trying to hold the wound together. He looks like he's he grabbed his axe. He looks like he's going to run for the tunnel. He sees, this eagle comes swooping down. He goes, oh, fuck, dodges out of the way. The eagle crashes into a rock and flops onto the ground and is flapping around for a little bit, like, trying to get back up. The orc sees his opportunity, takes his axe, and goes to bring it down upon the eagle. I'm going to roll 1 free attack against the eagle now.
No. Please.
He got a total of a 14,
Oh, no.
which is enough to hit the eagle.
And kill it?
Your eagle has... this
Yo,
is a guarantee. Yep, that's enough. The eagle
Big
is
Dom.
slain, I am sorry to say. It had 3 hit points. It took 6 damage. That's a not a knockout. That's an insta-kill, I'm sorry
That's
to say.
on you. If you had been able to kill, all you had to do is.
You still have your full turn.
Oh my God.
Do you feel like you were
do whatever
overconfident in
you
the
want,
eagle?
including mourn the eagle.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Big
to
Dom.
show the eagle's value.
Well, the eagle's dead now
The
because
eagle is-
you can't fucking do
But you guys
anything.
didn't kill it. You guys wanted to kill it. You
Oh,
guys
no,
didn't
you
do
know,
The eagle
anything.
tried to call out "Remember me," but he got a 1, so and just
the eagle
died.
sucks.
You can't even die
Didn't even
correctly.
get it out.
Yeah,
That's
no,
bad
that
coaching.
It was a good start to the season for the Eagle, and then it really, really crashed and burned pretty heavily there when you thought that it was going to be pretty easy to finish the job, and it just didn't finish the job.
Literally crash
very
and burn.
specific.
Yeah.
About an eagle you knew for 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's not true. Eagle was a friend of mine for a long
No, really,
time.
you sent him to die.
Yeah.
I sent him to
Not a
be
good friend.
hero.
It was
You
a
couldn't defend your own
If you had a
fucking
50-50
eagle, dude.
shot, would you send your friend and be like, it's 50-50 if you live, but go ahead.
It should actually it wasn't
wanted-
50-50.
he
was
wanted to
very
prove his
favored
value.
to win that.
He wanted to
orc,
prove his value.
by the way,
He
has
rolled a
just
1.
grabbed your eagle by one of the legs.
Oh, no.
And is still trying to run inside the mountain, but now he's in one hand also carrying the eagle's
All right,
body.
I need to avenge my eagle. I need to avenge my eagle. So it still only has one.
Only got
yeah,
one hit
It
point.
should go well.
Sork's doing a lot for 1 hit point.
Will go well.
Okay.
What do I need?
Well, it depends on what attack you're doing. You could use a
Oh.
level 0 spell like Produce Flame, and that would still kill this orc. You could hurl fire at him. You could do a Thorn Whip, which is like the scorpion move in Mortal Kombat. You shoot out a vine, it wraps around him, digs thorns into him, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
do the, like, get over here.
Thorn
and pull
Whip
him
for
close.
sure.
Thorn Whip
Thorn
is
Whip
pretty
for
rad.
sure.
Roll me a d20 plus 6 to see if you hit with your Thorn Whip.
That would be 17.
There we go.
17,
17.
plus 6 is a 23. You wrap your thorns around his neck, and it pulls his head right off. You see the orc's head go flying through the air. He falls dead to the ground. Well
Nice
done. The
job.
orc
Yep.
is slain.
We didn't need that eagle
Only
anyway,
cost
guys.
you your fucking eagle, dude.
No, I didn't even really care about that eagle.
You didn't get a single hit off that orc.
I
You got no hit.
I killed that orc.
Yeah, you
No, but
could have
your
just
eagle.
killed the orc. You
said
instead
you.
got your eagle killed.
The eagle wanted to show his value to the team. All right, he went down a warrior.
The orc dropped
He went
the
down
eagle.
for all of you, and all of you are showing disrespect to the
It's a
eagle.
waste of an eagle.
Yeah, you could have just done the job yourself. You're overlooking the selfish aspect of this whole
No
transaction.
selfishness.
You are absolutely looking at the dead orc who has just fallen to the ground. Hippo Maximus, that would have been your full turn. But I will say you also, as well as Greg, notice you're hearing noise inside the mountain, apparently. Can I ask, do you have the perception skill by any chance?
I do not.
You not. Just making sure. Absolutely. Then Wayne, that is going to bring us to you next. What would
Okay.
you like to do? The 2 orcs outside are slain. We did a great job with that.
And the eagle is dead?
The eagle is also dead, yes.
Steel Toe's alive, right?
Steel Toe's still alive,
Nick's gay
100%.
husband?
My gay husband's around.
Gay husband is still
Yeah.
around, yes, 100%.
Cheating on your gay husband. That's fine.
Incidentally, I never gave you
No,
a
I'm
chance
not.
to send Steel
Trying
Toe
to.
into battle.
Yeah.
He's slow. He was
Yeah.
catching up.
But Steel
now,
Toe-
on your turn, anytime you want to send him into battle, you absolutely
I wouldn't
can.
do that to Steel Toe. I want to keep. I'm a good friend.
So it sounds like there's a bunch of orcs that are deep inside this mountain, right?
Sounds like it, definitely.
Okay. And since I am a dwarf, I would assume my stepsister also has advantage when it comes to deception and persuasion.
Yeah, I would say so, 100%.
Could I send my stepsister into the mountain and have her try to seduce all the orcs?
Yes, you absolutely could have her do so. So as he starts approaching the mountain, first I'll give her a bonus action perception check to see if she notices something. Roll me a d20 for her to see if she's noticing something as she gets closer to the tunnel.
Oh, that's not.
That's
not
6.
great. That's a
Nah,
6.
she's not noticing anything. She starts to go down to the tunnel. She calls out, "Oh, there's the door here. Check it out. It's open already. I'm going to poke my head in." And you can see her looking at these big double doors that the orcs have apparently left open, big enough for an orc to come in and out. These doors are so big, apparently they got lazy and got sick of opening them and shutting them for the lookout. So they just leave them open. You see her stick her head through, and you hear what sounds like 2 orcs very far away from your stepsister going as they suddenly see her, and she goes, "Hey, what's up, good looking?" And you can roll a d20 plus whatever your deception is.
My deception is +8.
Plus 8, absolutely. She'll also have a plus 8.
That's a 9.
Absolutely. With a 9 plus 8, I'm going to roll to make sure these orcs are tricked. The first orc is like whistling at her. The second orc, let me reroll that one. The second orc sounds like is trying to shout something at the other orcs. You speak a little bit of orcish, and you can tell he's trying to warn the other orc. This is a trap right now. He got a critical hit, you think, on his analysis of the situation.
Okay, so I guess the entire goal here is we're trying to find the key, right?
Correct.
So we need to find out, do we look at either the orcs' bodies outside?
You could search them right
I
now.
want to see if the orcs outside have the key.
You search them. They don't have any key.
No key. Okay, so I think, should we just go in and fuck these orcs up? Just like
Yeah, we got to get through this door.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so I'm going to go up to my stepsister and be like, hey, are these guys bothering you as I go in?
Absolutely. She goes, no, they're cool. And she points them out to you. You see in this room, you're looking at a ledge that then drops off into a vast, deep chasm far down into the earth.
Sounds like that's maybe where the key is.
And so you are remembering the key fell into a chasm long ago, apparently.
I wish we had an eagle to fly down there.
The orcs would have, the dwarves would have had this chasm when they originally controlled the mountain, and they probably had like a narrow bridge, like Khazad-dûm in Lord of the Rings, where it's like a narrow bridge that the Balrog was on. But that bridge is broken long ago. You can tell that the orcs tried to rebuild a bridge, but it looks like their bridge is really shitty. It's just one rope going across these chasms, and then 2 handhold ropes to climb across. And you can see that there are 2 orcs on the other side of the chasm. One of them has a bow and still has an arrow trained on your sister and your stepsister and on you, and is going back and forth and like shouting at the other orc. The other orc had raised an axe like he was going to cut the bridge, and then he put his axe down and he's like whistling through his fingers, kind of.
Okay, so it sounds like these orcs are like bouncers, and one of them is like, oh, that's a hot chick. You guys can come in. The other sees my whole crew, and they're like, too many dudes.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
Can I bribe the doorman to get in? Because I've got my gold that my family
You
gave
do
me.
have the gold, 100%. You can shake the gold bag at the orc who's still suspicious of this trap right now. Make me another deception check for yourself.
Okay. 15.
With a 15 plus 8 for deception, you go, hey, want this gold? And the archer goes, "Burr." And because you got that number, I'm going to say he tries to cross over the bridge to come to you. So does the orc with the axe, I'm going to say, now that he's not being told not to. So the orc with the axe comes over to try to make out with your stepsister. He succeeds at crossing the bridge, and he starts going over to your stepsister. The orc with the bow does not do so well. As he's coming over for the gold, he's almost making it. Do you kind of like put it out of his reach a little bit and make it hard for him to reach for the gold?
Yeah, I've got it like on a string, and I'm just pulling it back.
Perfect. You're pulling it back, the string. As he reaches for it, you go for one last pull. He lunges. He's like, oh, I know this guy's going to try to yank it. He lunges to try to grab it, slips on the rope, screams, falls down into the chasm. Well done. This other orc gets very upset immediately, stops trying to make out with your stepsister, turns, and then immediately realizes my friend was right. This is a fucking trap. Takes his axe and starts getting ready to fight one of you. Your stepsister is like, oh, what's going on? Well, I thought we had something here. But this orc is now very suspicious of both of you.
Can she...
I'm gonna roll him into initiative. He's gonna try to do something.
I'll get instantly redistracted.
He's going to go
Flash her
after
jugs?
Norm's next
She's got-
turn
remember, she's
unless
got
we
like
stop
18
him.
jugs.
Anything else you would like to do on your turn? You
a
can
cat.
inspire somebody as a bonus action.
Yeah,
still, if
can
you
I
want.
inspire my stepsister? I would like
Yeah.
to inspire her by maybe playing some Edmonton Oilers pregame music.
Okay,
and-
absolutely.
And have her react to that however she might.
I'll say she gets another deception check on this, or this will be persuasion. Okay. She immediately tries to make out with this orc.
That's a 16.
16 plus 6 is what she would also have for persuasion. With the 22, the orc doesn't even get a roll. He cannot resist your stepsister. And she goes up to him and grabs him and pulls him down and starts making out with him.
Wait. No. First she says, do I have your consent?
She says, do I have your consent? And the orc goes, fuck yeah. And she pulls him down. They start making out hardcore right in
Nice.
front of the bridge.
Wait,
right now.
ask again, because she has the consent. Now ask again.
About what?
The consent, because she
Ask
said,
for
fuck,
consent,
you said,
now
fuck
you're
yeah,
already making out.
but
Yeah.
when you ask for consent, when you already have consent, that's the hottest.
That's
So she says, do I have your consent? He says, fuck yeah.
and then you
and
say
then
it
she
again.
says, do I have your consent? And he's like, that's so hot.
After you're making out, she learned
Mm.
the ways of your secret family techniques, and she pulls away just a half an inch and says, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. And he goes, no, come on, oh, fuck, oh, and he's losing it, and she's grinning like
guy's
she
about
knows
to nut.
exactly what she's doing.
Finish him off.
And it's just foreplay. It's just foreplay. And so, well done, Wayne. Absolutely. Both of the chasm orcs, one fell into the chasm, the other one hardcore making out with your stepsister until further notice.
Nice.
And that is going.
Am I getting hot watching this?
Roll to see if you're getting
I am,
hot.
okay.
This is to
This
resist
may be your
getting
sister.
hot.
Okay,
No,
10.
This could be your sister.
Could be your sister.
You're doing okay resisting
I'm
how hot
watching.
it is. You can voluntarily fail the saving throw and just accept that it is hot.
I'm gonna give in to myself.
You
yeah.
give in and you just accept, like, as
Yeah.
much as I might be trying to resist it,
Yeah.
I can't deny how hot this is, 100%. And his tusks are kind of getting in the way of her little bits of dwarven beard, which all of your sisters would have just a little bit of that going on. And so, but it's hot. She does have a 19 charisma. It's hot dwarven beard. And that is going to bring us from your turn, Wayne. Very well done. The orcs actually, oh, sorry, those were the orcs outside. They're dead now. Erlich, we're up to you now. Well done. What would you like to do?
I think I'd like to disguise myself as an orc and then go deeper into the mountain to set a trap on the other orcs.
Absolutely. So you can use the spell. I believe you have the spell Disguise
Yes.
Self. Is that what you were thinking
Yes.
of? Immediately, you create an illusion of a
I want to be the
smaller-
orc, the orc that fell in, so people
Oh,
think,
yes.
people think I'm alive.
That's perfect because the archer orc was a little bit more gnome sized. You can definitely create an illusion of the archer orc. Like he's got that like classic like skull cap and everything and like a gnarly bow. And now you look like him immediately. You can try to cross the bridge. You don't see any other way to go besides crossing the bridge, but you know it's very dangerous. You could either look around as a bonus action for a different way to go, or you could try to cross the bridge.
Let's just cross the
Absolutely.
bridge.
Go ahead and roll a d20. You'd be adding either athletics or acrobatics to this if you have either of those skills. If not, you have a +2 for
No
strength,
athletics.
basically.
No athletics here.
Can't jump.
16.
16 plus 2 is an 18. You cross the bridge, no problem. It's a little tough
Nice.
going, but you make it to the other side of the ledge. There is a big set of double doors right here, which you could easily push open. And you're just coming home, so you might as well, no one would be suspicious of this. You open up into a larger cavern, and there are a bunch of different ways to go. With the little bit of perception you have, I'm going to give you an idea of what you hear down each of these tunnels. But I'm going to start on your left-hand side, on the northern side of the room. You're going east direction right now. And on the northern side of the room on your left, you see two different hallways. One goes west, like back the way you came, and then one goes east. And there is a door along the northern wall that has someone very big and very loud snoring on the other side of it. You can roll an Arcana check right now to see if you know. That sounds bigger than an orc.
6 or 9. Which one?
The dot would be at the bottom.
6.
6. Do you have an Arcana bonus under skills?
Yes, +5.
+5 with an 11. I'll tell you this, it's definitely bigger than an orc, but it's smaller than a giant. So something in between those sizes. But
It sounds like this thing is really lazy and it's sleeping in and it's missing work, maybe.
absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I feel like this might be, like Harry Potter. They put the big giant thing right in front of the door that they're trying to guard.
You also know, so
Never
those
saw
three ways to
Harry
go,
Potter.
west, east hall, and then that northern door to a bedroom, apparently, or something snoring there. And then on the right-hand side, the southern wall, there are two tunnels that are sealed up with these wooden frames that are then plugged up with like mud and wattle. It's giving you like prison bar vibes. Like the orcs would come over, yank these plugs out. They're not doors, they're more like plugs, and then put them back in place. You think you hear from one some sort of like growling, and then from the other some people maybe talking, and then there is one final tunnel that goes to the southeast, kind of ahead of you and then to the right, and you can hear an orc chanting down that tunnel. So you got 6 different ways to go. You're disguised at the moment. Which way would you like to go?
What do you guys think? Should I go? I feel I'm not gonna be able
We're
to talk.
with him, right? Are we?
Not yet. No.
Not yet, because we haven't crossed the bridge yet.
I'm disguised though. I'm gonna disguise
So it's
mission.
actually better that you're alone right now.
So I feel like if I go to the giant, he's not gonna give me much information. If I go to the orcs, I can maybe find some shit out.
Okay. Trust your gut.
Yeah, it's your call.
All right, let's go to the chanting orc.
You go to the chanting orc, absolutely. As you go down that tunnel. Wrong choice. you immediately see that there is an orc woman wearing heavier armor than usual. She has a spear that she is waving over what look like some potion bottles in front of a roaring fire, like she's cooking them. And then you notice her spear is dripping blood. You're looking for where the blood's coming from.
Is hot.
You do
Megan
not see
Fox.
where the blood is coming from. It's magically generating on the spear, and she's dripping the blood into these bottles while chanting and doing some sort of ritual. As she turns, it's clear that she's expecting you to know this already, but you're shocked slightly when you see an eye patch. She has an eye patch with a crazy bleeding eye symbol. Do you have the religion skill by any chance?
I do not.
You do not. Roll me a D. This wouldn't be Arcana. Roll me a D20 plus. Your Arcana is +6. Is
Plus
that right?
5.
+5. So that means you would have a +2 on religion. Roll me a D20 plus.
I got
2.
a 13.
13 plus 2. This is just enough with a 15 that you know we're dealing with an orcish shaman dedicated to the orc god of bloodshed, Grumpsh the One-Eyed. It is said that the orc god lost his eye fighting the god of the elves, and as a result, he hates elves now, and all of his shamans gouge out their left eye. That is what she did ceremonially, and now she has a cool eye patch and can do, you think, like battle magic and blood magic and stuff like that. She's a very important person in an orc tribe, usually, and she starts talking to you in Orcish. You don't really speak much Orcish. I will let you try an intelligence check to see if you can speak with her in the language that she knows to be your native tongue.
Be a 9.
9 plus 2 for intelligence. I will say that you can try to talk to her, but you have disadvantage on your checks to talk to her. You think what she's saying to you is, how is the chasm? Have you been, and she's saying something about the partner, a guy with the axe who would have guarded the chasm with you, but you don't know exactly what she's saying. Would you like to say something to her, or?
Yeah, maybe I act like I'm really drunk.
Yeah. That actually works pretty well. She starts like waving you off like, oh, you're drunk right now, man. You do know that in the cavern you just went through, there were like barrels of ale and like crates of food and stuff. So the orcs clearly have beer. She knows that she thinks you're a little drunk right now. And what are you saying to her?
I'm really drunk right now. I want to go to sleep where, can you point me in the right direction?
Absolutely.
Where's everyone else?
Go ahead and roll one persuasion check on her.
18.
But you have disadvantage because you're not speaking orc very well. Roll one more time and take the lower number.
17.
17.
Oh.
Amazing. She goes, dude, you need to sleep it off. And she almost kind of starts switching to common a little bit, thinking that it'll like help in a way. And she's speaking very slowly is what she's doing. So it's easier to understand her Orcish. She's pointing at things so that you understand. She brings you, first of all, she starts bringing you back. You notice she had 3 potions in case you wanted to grab any of them, but she's leading you out of this room and she is pointing to bedding and animal skins on the northern side of the cavern you were already in, and then she tells you something that you do understand. She points at that bedroom and says, listen, if you really, she's like looking at these animal skins like disappointed because she's not telling you any new information, and she says, that's Great Ulf's bedroom. If you want a comfortable bed, you can take it up with him right now, okay? He gets the comfortable bed, okay? If you want a comfortable bed, you can go talk to the chief, is what she says. And you can do with that information whatever you wish.
So now I want to stumble back to the top of the bridge and wait for everyone else.
Absolutely, 100%. Do you bring the shaman with you, or do you tell her thanks and stumble back?
I just tell her thanks.
Thanks. And she starts to go back to making her potions. Now you know the shaman didn't have any backup in there. Shaman's alone in that ritual cavern.
And we know where the chief's bed is.
Absolutely. I'll also say you noticed
We needed
this.
that.
And
Yeah. You want to take the chief out, take him out when he's sleeping.
Yeah, true.
And the shaman
Osama
also,
bin Laden.
in her room,
right.
there was a big bonfire that went up through a hole in the roof, producing a lot of smoke. Almost like that tunnel went up to the top of the mountain or something like that.
That's the smoke we saw earlier.
And that is going to bring us to Norm's turn next. Norm, what would you like to do?
Okay, I think we got to get the boys back together here.
Yeah.
And then should we go to where Hank just went? We need to find this key.
Yeah, so
gotta
the
find
key's
the key.
definitely at the chasm underneath that bridge.
We had heard the door key fell down into
Yeah,
that
the
chasm,
chasm. So let's
and
go-
the one hope was that it's either still down there or that the orcs found it and brought it back up. But if they did, and we think they did, we did
Okay.
hear a rumor that they had found the key. But then, if so, which orc has the key, and why haven't they opened the vault?
So Ulf would definitely
who
have
would probably
the key.
know that?
Ulf would have the key, I think.
Chief.
Chief.
You also know that you haven't
Chief
crossed.
probably has the key.
You would. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
the
chief.
Chief Orc. All right, so let's go to the Chief Orc's bed and let's fuck him up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You could get to the bedroom of the chief orc, or now I must emphasize, you heard him snoring, and you know for sure with your 11, whatever he is, he's not a giant, but he's definitely not an orc. He's bigger than an orc, whoever this great old chief is.
Got no problem.
And you could definitely get across the bridge.
Can I bring everyone with me?
You can't bring everyone with
Fuck.
you. Everyone's got to make one check to get across. It's not a hard check, but it is a risky one.
Okay.
And so you can try to cross the bridge or look around for a different way to get across. But crossing a bridge is easy for you because
Yeah.
you get advantage on athletics and you have like a plus 7.
yeah.
All you need is a 10 or higher and
I'm
you
a
get
sick
2
athlete.
rolls.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna cross the bridge. That was a
6, I
Six,
think?
yep.
Yeah, already a success. But if you get a crit, I'll let you carry people across.
that's a 9. Nope. That was a 6 again.
So you had gotten the higher roll was a 6 plus 7 with a 13. I'd say I'd let you just barely bring somebody across. I think it would have to be Wayne the dwarf. though.
Okay,
I
Wayne's
think both
gonna
of the
come with
humans
me.
would be too big.
All right.
Absolutely. So you two are both across the chasm, and then you see all the same rooms that Erlich had just seen. You know that there's 2 prison doors to the south, the room that goes to the shaman, 2 hallways, one goes west, one goes east, and then the bedroom of Great Ulf, apparently.
Yeah. So
the
Great
chief.
Ulf, we're going SEAL Team 6 on this motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You go up
so-
to his bedroom door.
Yep.
Still snoring.
Or
in
should
there.
we wait for the whole squad, or we're just going in?
Well, it's my turn, so I don't know if I can wait.
It's a sleeping guy.
What
You
you
gotta
could
go. Sleeping
do
guy.
is you could ready, but the problem is you can either ready to kick the door open and rush in, or ready to attack and just hope he's right in front of the door. But based on the snoring, you know he's not.
So does he only have one eye?
We know the shaman only has one eye. Great Ulf, we have not.
So
seen
can I wait?
yet.
Can I wait
Only the
for my
shamans have one eye.
turn? Can I wait to roll my attack until everyone's with me?
The problem is if you do that, then what you'll be readying is the move to get to Great Ulf, not the attack against
What
Great
spells do you
Ulf.
have?
Or you could ready and then hope that Great Ulf will come to the doorway.
Yeah, let me do that.
can do that, absolutely.
I'll just
That's actually a good idea.
lightly knock on the door.
Okay,
Like
you
a little scratch, like, oh, what is that?
Absolutely. I'm going to roll to see if Great Ulf wakes up, but he has disadvantage because he's so sleepy. Nope, he does not wake up yet. Do you try to pound any? And
Yeah,
let me.
a little bit more.
Okay.
I say, police, open up.
Okay. He starts to wake up, and then you hear another noise inside of there. You hear the snoring, and then animals inside. It sounds like dogs have
Okay.
started waking up as well.
Okay.
I'm going to roll them into initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we got them going on an 11. All right. And they will go right after Greg's turn, that means. Norm, that was your turn. The Chasm Orcs continue making out with your sister. The one orc is continuing to do that. And then...
Stepsister.
Stepsister, 100%. Absolutely.
We don't know that
We
yet.
don't know that.
And
we don't know.
Unsure.
the
told me.
Greg, that'll bring us to you next.
Okay, so
get over with it.
yeah. What do I need to do to get across the bridge?
Since you said you have a moth as a
Can I fly my moth
You can
across?
fly your moth across.
I'll fly my moth
100%.
across the bridge.
Absolutely. You
Oh,
fly across.
Can I bring?
smart.
Can I bring the hippo, or is he too?
I
too
would
big?
allow you to bring one other person across. Typically, if you have a horse, it can carry more than, just barely 2 people. So
Yeah.
I'd say if just to drop him off, you can carry him across
both
without
go-
slowing down.
But wait, can he bring Hippo Maximus and Hippo Max's eagle?
Eagle's dead.
No, I think you should bring the
It's a
dead
shame.
body.
It is a
Forgot.
shame, but
Where is the dead body of
you
the
don't
eagle?
even
Absolutely.
respect.
It was in the hand of the dead orc who he took the head off of, so
Yeah.
you can lovingly pick up.
Forgot
the,
about that.
course.
My bad.
I think we should
Hand
bring
up.
the dead body with us too.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll bring the eagle. Can we bring the dead eagle as well?
You
I
definitely
thought the
can,
orcs already have
100%.
the eagles in their hand.
Oh, can I just give it to the moth as a treat?
Your moth immediately tries to eat the dead.
Yeah, I'll
eagle.
give it- I'll
You
give it
let
to you.
Zero
I'll give it-
respect.
I'll give it to
Zero
him.
respect.
It
Okay.
starts just-
Actually,
it's
you know what?
horrible
I'm
'cause it
happy
takes a long
that
time.
It brought
the
life.
body.
circle
yes,
of life.
Yeah,
It's the
circle of
circle-
life.
Circle
Yeah.
of life. You gotta kill this moth.
Yeah, and I would like to fly across. Goddamn. I'd like to fly across and then head to the door as well.
Absolutely. You head over to the door that the snoring has just stopped at. Would you like to ready an attack, or would you like to just bust in?
I'd like to cast Zone of Truth, please.
Really?
Yes.
You
What?
absolutely.
What?
The area of Zone of Truth covers like a 10-foot area. Are you casting it such that it will spill into Great Elf's bedroom?
I want our crew.
Okay, absolutely. So it's going to cover outside of Great Elf's bedroom, but it's going to extend into the bedroom, but also out of the bedroom to encompass anybody who's standing in front of the door. That's got Norm immediately. Norm, you must immediately make a charisma saving throw to see if you go liar mode or not.
So what do I do? Just
You roll 1d20. You have a +0 on this. 4. You immediately know this. Norm can no longer lie to you.
Okay.
Okay.
How much do you make an episode?
$75,000. But actually, that was 3 years ago. We make $150,000.
All right.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm going to say that was a bonus action, Zone of Truth, right there. Is there any? No, I'm going to say it's an action because you also got your moth across, 100%.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
But anybody else who walks into that zone will also have to make the same saving throw.
So I'm in the
including
zone
Great
right
Elf.
now.
Yes.
I fucked your gay husband.
No! do I have to roll for anything?
Make a wisdom saving throw to see how you feel about that.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. You're devastated by
my
this.
God.
Right now.
I'm not gay.
In fact,
No, it's my gay husband will fuck any dude.
I'm going to mark down that you're shaken for your next attack.
That's my bad, dude. That's my
I'm
bad.
shaken for the next attack.
Can't lie.
Absolutely. The truth, you immediately realize the truth can hurt sometimes,
Oh,
Greg.
what a
He's getting gay
backfire
fucked left
again.
and right.
If you
so we're
drink
all-
the greater healing potion, say it shakes it off, but you're shaken.
I'm shaken.
Moment.
Did we
Okay.
just leave PFT's stepsister out to dry with the orc?
No,
and
she's
we all
with us.
She is currently making out with the orc on the other side of the chasm, keeping him busy. As long as she keeps
might be
making
the
out with him,
sister, too.
he's stunned.
Could be a sister. Definitely could be a sister. And
Is
he was
it-
attracted
are you
to
in the
her.
zone of truth right now?
Oh, no, not yet.
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Now, at this point, Great Ulf is waking up, and he begins to stomp over to the door of the bedroom, and you hear the yipping and yapping of these dogs. As they're getting closer, you realize, oh, they're bigger than you thought. The door gets yanked open, and what you see looking at you are a pair of nipples.
Hell yeah.
Because this guy is so big, he then has to stoop down to see you below the awning of the doorway.
Oh my God.
It is not an orc. It is an ogre who is staring at us. He has on one arm a shield that would have been a Dwarven tower shield that is strapped to his arm like a buckler. And then in his other hand, he is dragging a great sword like the weapon that Norm uses. He's wielding it in a single hand. He looks down and he says, "Me great elf, who the hell are you?" And I'll say this, you all know, orcs are typically not led by ogres. Ogres are dumber than orcs, so orcs wouldn't really like being led by ogres. You also notice on either side of him, not dogs, a pair of wolves are flanking this ogre. Norm, you have a ready to action right now. Also, he's in the zone of truth. You know he can't tell the truth. Everything he just said is true. He said, "I'm Great Ulf. Who are you?" You can attack him right now.
Yeah, no, we got to attack him.
He's in the zone of truth. I think it's, you're ready.
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta
not
attack
ready.
him. We got to attack him.
Absolutely, 100%. You can do an attack with advantage. Roll d20 2 times. 5.
Can't see shit.
9.
9.
9 plus 7 is a 16. 16 is just barely enough. It is the
Yes.
number you need to get to hit him on the dot. And so
Yes.
you can roll 2d6 plus 6
This is
damage.
big. 3. 6.
There it is.
3 and 6. 9 plus 6 while you're raging is 15 damage. That's enough to insta-kill any orc. However, Great Ulf is not an orc.
He's an ogre.
And you notice that now you can tell he's not even halfway dead yet
Oh, no.
with 15 points of damage. You think this ogre has over 50 hit points. He is a beast. I'll also let both of you roll a knowledge check. This can be nature if you have nature. If not, you've got a -1 on this. You've got a +0. Just see what you know about orcs in theory.
Okay.
An 8.
An 8?
12.
12. You just know orcs are pretty dumb. You know they don't really get along with orcs very often. You're surprised that he's saying he's the chieftain here. But that's all you know for sure. And you can roll your second attack right now if you want.
Let's
When
get
you're
him
ready in
a little
action, you
bit
can ready both
weaker.
of them.
18.
Oh, great. Absolutely. And you have advantage. You can roll one more time just to see if you critical hit.
20!
20! Amazing! With reckless mode, you are absolutely getting a critical hit on him. Instead of 2d6, roll me 4d6.
Oh, this is
plus
fucking
6 damage.
awesome.
Where are you attacking him, by the way? On his body.
His nipples, maybe?
Probably his nipples.
Head.
His nipples are right
his
there.
Head and his dick.
He might be too
And
tall.
His nipples.
He might be too tall to hit the head.
Nipples. Dick.
Dick.
You go for the dick.
6.
6,
3.
3, 9 so far.
1. Shit. 2.
12 plus another 6 is 18 more damage on Great Elf. That brings him up to 33 damage on him.
Yes.
He is just barely halfway dead at this point. But now he gets to respond. You swung the first time and you slash across his chest. He roars, "What the hell?" And then you drive your sword forward right through his loincloth.
Oh, yes.
And he goes, "No!" I am going to say, not only does he get advantage attacking you, he's going to get double advantage because you chopped his dick off.
Oh,
and
no.
he's so mad at you
Happens every
that he's
time.
going to roll 3 times. 19 so far is going to be a hit. He didn't critical hit you, but he did get a 19. And I am just going to borrow those
no.
6s because he does the same damage you deal on a critical hit. And so that is going to be 10 so far.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
fine.
another 8 is 18.
Okay.
Plus 6 is going to be 24
Oh,
damage
boy.
against you.
But I got 59.
You got 59. You're fine. And in fact, because you're raging, you don't take 24 damage. You only take 12
Oh, love it.
points of
Love
damage,
it.
Norm.
I
Well
bared
done.
Just a scratch.
Excellent. A mere scratch. However, then the wolves are leaping into action because they
about
you
the
have not
wolves.
attacked them, Greg. They're only going after Norm. The wolves have advantage, I'm sorry to say. So the first wolf hits, second wolf also hits, and the first wolf is dealing 3 plus 2 is 5 more damage, which gets reduced to 2 against you. You are up to 14 damage from the wolves, Norm. And then the second wolf is dealing 5 plus 2 is 7. That gets reduced to 3. You're up to 17 damage from these
problem.
attacks. And just roll me 2 strength saving throws. The wolves are trying to
sure.
pull you down to the ground.
That's a 14. That's a 10.
Both of those are successes. Well done. You are
Nice.
fighting off all of these troops. And then, at the very end of his turn, Great Elf yells as loud as he can for reinforcements. It is loud enough that the shaman is on her way. I'm going to roll to see. The shaman's going last. Shit. And then, when we are at the bedroom of Great Ulf, you are noticing bedroom is a dead end. You don't see any vault doors. There's just a bed or 3 dwarven
Trap
beds
door.
that have been pushed together.
Yeah.
And then you see there's a hallway to the west and a hallway to the east. Hallway to the east goes 30 feet and ends in an ordinary door. Hallway to the west goes 30 feet, ends in an ordinary door, but has a big dwarven statue in the wall right next to the door. That door is the door where you suddenly hear a bunch of orcs getting ready. I'm going to roll to see when they go. They're going to be going
Not
This
great.
feels bad.
right before Greg's next turn, after Norm's next turn.
Go
So
to the
these
east
are
door.
going to
Remember they
be...
said east?
Yeah. But we have no
Gotta wait
key.
for
But it could be west.
Like we
Why
dead
would
end
they,
if we
they're
get to the
protecting the
vault.
door.
And that was Great Elf's turn.
What if he's-
Hippo Maximus, we are up to you
What
next.
if he swallowed the key?
Who swallowed the key?
The fucking guy we're trying to kill.
So why?
That's why they never opened
Are
it.
there any like drawers or chests in the bedroom?
You see, there is a chest in the back of the bedroom, yes.
We got to finish
Should I go
killing
for the ogre or the chest?
Max hates chests.
Do you have the nature skill, by
love
the way,
chests.
Max?
Yes, I do.
I'll let
I have
you,
plus
as soon
3
as
on
you
nature.
have arrived in this room, roll a nature check to see what you know about ogres.
What do I roll?
That would be a D20.
20.
And you'll add whatever your nature skill bonus is.
Fuck, it's a 2. I
Two.
suck at
You don't know
this.
anything useful about ogres here, unfortunately.
Okay.
Or any clues.
So
about
I
where
am
he
going.
would
I'm
be.
going to go for the chest. I think that the chest would be where you would keep something like that.
Absolutely. Now, here's the problem. The chest is inside the room.
Love
We can
chests.
just barely see the chest around this big old fucking ogre and 2 wolves. To get around this ogre, you could do it, but you couldn't do it in human form. You would have to turn into a really tiny animal. The problem is the smaller the animal is, as we saw in the case of the eagle, the less hit points it has. So if you turn into an animal small enough to squeeze past them, you're definitely going to have less than 5 hit points.
You gotta be a
What's
flea.
what's like a small but mighty animal?
A dung beetle.
There are typically not too many animals
Spider.
in D&D that are both really tiny and have a ton of hit points.
Be a bee.
Unfortunately.
Cicada.
Okay, I'll be a cicada.
Yeah.
I'll be a
Cicada's
cicada.
I'll give it 2 hit points.
Okay,
But it's,
all right.
yeah.
Wait,
It's really like if you get
but
hit
I'm
in this
trying to
form.
get to the chest, right?
You are.
there's-
That's the important thing. So really what you're trying to do is be sneaky. I will say in cicada form, you're going to have a +5 on stealth for sure.
Wow, that's huge.
Okay, so
Some
yeah,
cicadas
we'll go-
blind.
Yeah, they also make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was a bad choice of animal.
Also, cicadas just die naturally.
Yeah, they just come up to
You
Earth
guys
to
told
die.
me to pick cicada.
We told you 10 different animals, and you chose cicada.
You B.
no, you're a cicada
You're
already.
into a bee?
B. No, B.
Bumblebee?
Is that what you're going with?
No, I'm gonna be.
These are simps.
I'm gonna be like a wasp.
It's not a bee.
It's not a bee.
All right, we'll be a wasp.
Okay.
I mean, it's a form of bee.
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
I'll say what. You just turned into a dude.
He tells the orc that his dad will sue him.
I will be a wasp.
Suddenly, your finances stat goes way up. You are absolutely able to turn into a wasp, 100%.
Okay.
I'd even say a wasp can sting people for 1 point of damage.
Love that. Love
So you
that.
turn into a wasp.
Yes, wasp.
You are buzzing a decent amount of wasp form, so I will give you a +4 on stealth.
Okay, that's
you
fine.
can roll D20 +4.
You chose, like,
to
the
see
2
if you
loudest
can
bugs.
Buzz past this.
Come on, Max.
14.
14 plus, that was before the +4, I assume?
Yes.
It's an 18. You definitely get past the ogre. He doesn't notice much.
Love
the
it.
wolves, more importantly, were looking around. They sniff the air. Actually, you said what it was an 18, right? That's literally the number you needed to get to hide from the wolves. So just barely, one of the wolves looks over, tries to snap the air, but loses track of you. You fly
So
over the
fast.
wolf's head. You fly over to there's a nasty bed, there's a big chest. You can absolutely fly over to the chest. However, you're suddenly realizing in wasp form, the chest isn't locked, but you cannot lift the lid of a chest in wasp form. Now, I will let you change out of wasp form and then lift up the chest. And then that's all you get to do on your turn is like grab something out of the chest.
Is it a wooden chest?
It is a wooden chest.
Is there a
yeah.
gap in the middle of like the chest that you could slide in?
I would let you
would
try
love
to
to slide in.
squeeze
No.
into the
Max-
chest. Then it's very
That's
dark
Max's-
in the chest.
That's his
and you're
least
looking around to
favorite
see what
thing
you
in the
can see
entire
there.
world.
No, I would love to slide into the.
You don't
in the
even
middle
like
of that
sliding
chest.
into chests.
What do you mean?
You hate sliding in
I
between
love
chests.
sliding into the chest. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm small enough to slide
You're
into
not
the
a
chest.
bee, you're a wasp.
You are a wasp.
I'm a wasp. It's the same thing.
not the
Yeah, I would
same
like to
thing.
go into that chest.
Absolutely. Roll me a
Right in the
d20
middle.
+4 to slip in through the cracks of the chest. It's only a 10 or higher you need.
Let's get in this chest, baby.
8
Plus
4.
4.
You're squeezing. You're squeezing.
Does it
you
feel
pop
good?
into the chest.
Yeah,
you can,
popped.
You can,
I fucking popped,
you
baby.
can see just barely enough in the darkness of the chest. Make me a perception check. 1d20 plus whatever your perception skill is. That wouldn't change. Do you have the perception skill by any chance?
I don't think I
You
do.
don't.
I
Then you have a +3 to your wisdom. Go ahead and roll d20 +3.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Maximus.
You did this before,
Yeah, like one time.
That was one. That was one time. You really can't see it all.
No, I can't see shit.
18.
18
Wow.
is obviously enough that you can see everything that's inside this chest. First thing you notice is the glow of some magic runes. There is a small magic sword in here. It's definitely not Durgeddon's cool magic axe. It is a sword, first of all. It's, you think, dwarven made, but it's only a short sword. It's magical. You can tell that for sure. There's also a lot of gold in this chest. There's some armor. You search it completely. No key in this chest.
Is there anything helpful that I could take out of this chest?
The magic sword is probably the best thing in this chest right now, would be your guess. Gold is obviously always useful, but not so much in a dungeon. And there's some armor, but you're already wearing the best armor you could use. That magic sword, you can
So I'll take the sword?
Absolutely. You can land on the sword.
Oh, right, because I'm still a wasp.
Yeah. You can't pick it up.
I can't pick up that sword.
Now, if you were to change back into human form, you know the wooden chest is not so strong that it could contain you and crush you. You would burst out of this chest with the sword in your hand.
that would be pretty cool.
As a wasp, could he find that chimney where the smoke is coming out of and fly down through the chimney?
Yes, 100% you could, definitely.
Because I feel like that chimney might lead to the safe, to the vault.
Could I do that instead of trying to get the sword?
I would let you fly back out of the chest if you wanted to, 100%. I would not make you roll for it. And I would let you fly out of here and try to fly up to that. Yeah, 100%
Okay, then yes.
you could. Yeah.
I think that's
It's a lot of movement I'm giving you, but I'm going to allow it. You fly back. Well, you'll have to fly past Great Elf again. I'm going to need another stealth check. So if you want to risk this, you can fly back out of the room, roll one more d20 plus 4. You need an 18 or higher, you know.
That would be a 3.
3 plus 4 is not enough. You try to fly out of this mountain so you can go up to where the smoke and cloud was, but instead, Great Ulf sees you. He goes to swat you, first of all.
Oh, no.
But at least he's beefy, right?
No, he's only got
How many
2,
hit points does he have?
2.
As a wasp, I'll give a wasp 3 hit points.
This is pretty courageous of me
I
to
will
do
also
this
give
for
you an
guys.
armor class of like 14, but it's no good. Immediately, Great Ulf swats you, and what happens is he swats you against the wall, splat, and then all of a sudden, it rumbles, and then suddenly, like a what do they call it when you throw the little things, the foam things into the water and they grow, kind
the
of
sponge
yeah.
thing?
the sponge thing.
Chia
Yes,
pets.
yes.
Chia pets.
Yeah, like a chia pet, basically. Like a chia pet.
Bath bombs.
Suddenly, bath bomb. You start growing
Two of the
out
same
of the
things.
wall. When you kill a druid in their animal form, they just change back into their druid form. Now, he did slap you for 5 points of damage.
That's
so
okay.
your wasp only absorbed 3 of the damage. You take another 2 points of damage. But
Deal.
you push his hand off the wall. You land right next to Great Ulf. And he goes, looks at his hand, looks at you, looks at his hand. What the fuck? My hand can turn bees into people. And he's very excited right now, but he's also worried about who you are, and he
basically
still wants to
friends.
fight Norm right now. And so I'm going to mark you down with 2 points of damage, Hippo Maximus, and that is going to bring us from your turn to Wayne's turn now.
Okay, quick stop in Dungeons & Dragons for the rowback question. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Rowback question, Max. This is your first time doing Dungeons & Dragons as a competitor. How do you think it's going for you?
It's going all right for me. I thought I would be dead by now, but I'm still hanging on.
What was the thing, your little eagle? Your
What?
eagle died?
Yeah, you killed my eagle.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Things happen in the moment when
You
you're
said
in
he wasn't the guy.
when you're in Dungeons & Dragons. Now I'm remembering I did mean to do that. Well, that was the rowback question. RHOBACK.com. Use promo code TAKE. Go buy Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, and swimsuits. Rowback.com. Promo code TAKE. Okay, back to Dungeons & Dragons.
Okay, so I still have to cross this bridge,
You
right?
do still need to. Well, no, you got carried
you're
across
with
by
me.
Oh,
Norm.
yeah, I'm with
Norm
you.
carried
Okay.
you across.
All right, so
You
I
can
am,
run right up to
I
this
am
one.
in the zone of truth then.
You land in the zone of truth. Absolutely.
Okay. So we know that we can't find the key inside this place, right? Like
Yes.
the Ulf doesn't have it on his body.
Doesn't seem to have it. It's
Not in
not
the
in his
chest.
chest. Yeah. And
So-
we think it fell into the chasm, but then we also learned it got found again by an orc. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to go through one of these doors, one of the 2 doors.
Definitely. Also, when you see Great Ulf, make me a knowledge check to see what you know about ogres.
Okay.
This
D20?
would be just D20 plus 3. Yeah. 7.
7.
You don't know any useful information about ogres, unfortunately. So, yeah, you can definitely go after the ogre or pick one of these other doors.
Okay, so I'm going to pick the door that has the statue on it.
The door with the statue. Now,
Yeah.
that's the door that when you're looking at Great Elf goes west, and it has a bunch of orcs beyond that door who are about to go. Are you okay with going to that door?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Absolutely. As you approach, you as you're getting closer, what are you doing? Going up to the door and opening it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. As soon as you start, you're noticing that this is a bigger than life-size dwarven statue. It has an axe and a helmet whose visor is down right now, almost like he's standing at attention. You go over to open up the door, is that right? Mm-hmm. And you know that there's going to be, sounds like a bunch of orcs on the other side. You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Absolutely. As soon as you are approaching the door, suddenly you realize beneath your feet, the floor is sinking. And then you realize, no, only one of your feet, the floor is sinking. And you look down, Indiana Jones style, one of the stones has sunk into the ground like a pressure plate. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to jump out of the way before you set off the trap. That is not...
10.
10 plus 3 is a 13. You needed a 15 or higher. Just barely. You jump back, but you hear a click as the pressure plate clicks into place. The visor of the dwarf's helmet starts to slide up. Did you already open the door at this point?
Yes.
Yes. So you push the door open. You see not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 orcs in that room, one of whom is standing taller than all the other orcs and giving orders. That orc is wearing plate mail, and he has gray skin. Roll me an Arcana check to see if you know what this...
7.
7, you do not know. You know that you've heard of a kind of orc called, because you have a +4 on this, so that's an 11. You've heard of a kind of orc called an Orog. If anyone knows from Lord of the Rings, the Uruk-hai, Uruk-hai is a copyrighted term, Orog is not. And so this is an Orog. And so, but it looks like a gray-skinned super orc, you think, that is like better and stronger than an ordinary orc. That's all you really know. He's giving the orders here, and then he sees the visor of the dwarven statue's helmet rising up, and he starts to go, oh shit, and shake his head like this. There's no face on the other side of the dwarf's visor. It's just an empty space in the wall and a metal pipe that goes right up to where the visor was, and suddenly you just barely hear and a ripple in front of the pipe. You can make another knowledge check to see if you know what's going
Carbon
on
monoxide.
here.
It's
13.
We're in Nick's apartment.
That's all it does.
Gas.
Poison gas.
No.
Poison
It's filling
gas.
up this hallway and that room. You've still got your action and your bonus action.
Okay. Am I trapped right now?
Right now, I'm actually going to need you to immediately make a Constitution saving throw. Luckily, because you're a dwarf, you have advantage. Roll one more time on that. Ugh.
That was halfway.
That was a cock die. I
that
actually agree,
that was a cock
100%.
die. It was a
Let's
20
re-roll
or
that
an 8. Oh, that's not good.
Not better. Okay. So with a 10, you needed a 15 or higher, and you have maybe a +2 on this. Not quite enough. You are going to be taking a total of 13 poison damage right now, Wayne, and you're taking the full amount.
And I'm stuck?
And you're not stuck. You can run in any direction you want, and you can do whatever action or bonus action you want. Your bonus action could be inspiring somebody or even healing yourself.
Okay, can I inspire Hank?
You definitely could inspire
Really?
Hank. What do you say to or play to inspire Hank?
Let's see. What do you mean? What do I play? Like
When you
Truly,
inspire
madly,
somebody, you're either
deeply.
playing music or you're like a coach telling them, like, I believe in you. You can do it. What would you like to do or say to inspire
I'd like
him?
to inspire him to be able to jump higher by playing I Believe I Can Fly.
Absolutely. Classic inspirational music. You are playing I Believe I Can Fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going to help you with any checks, but I'll say if you jump with it, you'll get even more of a bonus.
Yeah, I'd like to increase his jumping ability, and I'd also, can I inspire him to come take on all the orcs at the same time?
I mean, yeah, you can't influence Ehrlich unless you cast a charm person spell upon him, in which case you can.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Absolutely.
I'd like to send him in there first.
Would you do charm person, which makes him think you're best friends and makes it easier for you to persuade him, or do you want to do suggestion? That's Jedi mind
Wait, we're not
trick.
best friends?
Yeah, I'd like to make him believe I'm his best friend, but I'm actually hoping that he goes in there and he gets killed instead of me.
Absolutely. You don't need to roll anything. As you cast charm person on Ehrlich, I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. The higher you roll, the more you resist this.
17.
It does not affect him. Now, you still can make a persuasion check to try to influence him, but because he's not charmed, Hank could literally say there's no number you could roll that will influence me.
Unless it's like a 20.
If you roll exactly the number 4, then
Okay. That's a low number, but okay.
Not 4 or higher, just the number 4.
Just the number 4.
It's a 5.
Oh, so close.
We're doing the got it, absolutely. And unfortunately, he doesn't seem like you try to persuade him to do that, and
but he can still jump high.
You know, he's not charmed. He can still jump high.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Now, are you staying in this hallway, or are you trying to leave this hallway? You could go back to Great Ulf or go into this. By the way, the room with these 4 orcs is just a barracks with another door leading further west. You don't know where that.
I kind of like how this poison's making me feel. I'm getting a pretty good head rush
Yes,
off it.
100%. If you stay here, then if they try to fight you, they're going to have to stay in the poison gas.
Yeah,
these
I'll
orcs.
do that.
So I'm going to roll their saving throws right now. They're kind of rushing up to you, like trying to barrel past you or attack you. But either way, they have to get closer to the poison. So the
I've
first
got really
orc,
good tolerance. Yeah.
the first orc got a natural 1, dies immediately. The Orog, the super orc with gray skin, goes, no! And he got really upset, just enough orcish that he said, son, as he saw that guy die. And then the next orc is just barely going to take the full damage, and the last orc is also going to take the full damage.
So I smoked these guys out.
The full damage for them is only 7 points of damage, so they are halfway dead with 7 points of damage. And then the Orog is going to roll his saving throw. He passed his saving throw and is only going to take just one of these. 8 points of damage. Okay, that was even worse for him. 8 points of damage on the Orog, but he's not halfway dead. The orcs at 7 are halfway dead. And that will bring us then to Ehrlich's turn. Ehrlich, you have inspiration. What would you like to do?
Hank, we got to find this. I think the main shaman guy, what's his name?
It was a woman.
No.
There's the
doctor was a
shaman.
woman?
There's
ogre?
Great Ulf, the
Shaman.
chief.
The chief.
There's also the Orog.
I think the chief
who we
has the
just
key.
met.
We gotta tell him, hey, dude, let's. There's 5 of us. There's 1 of you. Give us the fucking key and let's go to the chest right now.
All right, so I'll cast a level 1 charm spell.
Absolutely. Who are you trying to charm? The Orog, the shaman, or Great Ulf? The
Great Ulf's got the key.
The Great Ulf.
Great Ulf, absolutely. Do a charm person spell. Sorry, you don't have to roll anything for charm person. I need to roll to see if he can resist the spell. What are you saying to charm him? Anything in particular?
Nice place you got here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like, you won't give me the key.
Be
It always works.
It'd be a real shame if you give me the key.
Yeah,
place
it'd
is-
be a real
It'd
shame if you gave us the key and told us where to go.
This place is really cool. I bet you could hide some really cool stuff here. And then he wants to be like, yeah, look, this is where I hide the
You
key.
have no interest in what we
Absolutely. He rolled really well to resist your charm person. Do you want to burn up your inspiration to actually, you
Let me just
could
empty
do
the
this
clip.
right now.
Yeah, we
you
gotta just
could
get
use
this.
cutting words upon Great Ulf right now if you wanted to, and that could reduce his saving throw to make him charmed by Earl.
Yes, I would like to do that. I'd like to insult him.
You have to insult him, though. What do you say to him?
Be like, hey, nice dick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. His dick is flopping around on the floor. Automatic success with that cutting words, 100%. He immediately becomes charmed by Ehrlich, and he begins to get tears in his eyes because of his fallen dick. And he is going to say to you, I don't have nothing to hide. Do you ask him anything more specific?
Where's the key?
Not even a key?
He shakes his head.
Hank always does this.
However-
Hank always is like, are you sure, with his second question.
Absolutely. And I would
He
like...
literally just fucking asked me.
So you asked about the key. He says he does not know about any key.
Wait, is he still in the circle of truth?
He is in the
Okay.
zone of truth. You know that. However, both you and Wayne can make insight checks real quick. Roll me a d20 plus insight to see if you are noticing something.
16. I'm hot.
15.
16.
Dice.
Both, and you with your insight bonus are both going to notice this. The Orog, who is moving into melee with Wayne, the moment you mentioned a key, his eyes went wide.
Oh.
Also, Ehrlich, I never gave you a chance to do this. Roll me a knowledge check to see what you know about ogres.
13.
Finally, the person dressed as an ogre knows about ogres. You know the only reason an ogre would be the leader of an orc tribe is because orcs have a rule. If you defeat their chief in combat, you become the new chief. However, they would not want an ogre as a chief. You're noticing now the Orog has a lot of scars, and he looks like he's kind of old at this point.
Former chief.
And you know that
Kadarius
he has
Toney.
just told you after this unfortunate kind of waste of a charm person spell that he doesn't know about any key, but now you're thinking the Orog does. You still get your bonus action.
So
Was
we
there
gotta get the
anything
key
else you
from the
wanted to do?
Orog.
But if we kill the chief, does that person become the chief?
Apparently, yes.
But we need to
That's
get the
what we're-
Orog has the key.
So I'll fireball him.
Orog?
I'll allow this. I'll say the charm person was a bonus action. You could do a fireball. The fireball will hit a big area. So if you fireball Great Ulf, you'll definitely hit somebody.
That's
here.
all right.
I'm willing to go
Or
down. I'm willing
you
to go
could
down.
fireball the
I'm willing to go to
Orog
the
and
squad.
avoid hitting Wayne because you can get all 2 of the remaining orcs and the Orog, all 3 of them, in a fireball without hitting Wayne.
Yeah.
Are you drawing first blood, Hank?
We need the Orog. The Orog has the key.
If we kill the Orog, we get the key.
Right.
But we could get the key from the Orog
the
if we kill the
ogre
ogre and
has
become
the
the chief
key.
and demand it.
No,
Ogre just
Orog.
told you he didn't have
The
it.
ogre,
Right.
the
Super
ogre,
orc, the
I'll
Orog.
fireball the Orog.
His eyes went wide. And so you fireball the Orog and his 2 orc minions. Is that
Yep.
right? Absolutely. You don't need, it's going to be a total of 8d6 in all. So you can roll all of those a total of 8 times. I'm going to roll
3,
for-
4.
Yes. 3, 4, so 7.
2, 1.
10 so far.
3s.
Sorry, 3 total.
3, 3.
3 and 3, so 16. And then 2 more.
5, 1.
5 and a 1, so another 6. That's going to bring us up to 22 points of damage. The first orc incinerated completely.
Dang.
The second orc just barely incinerated
Double
completely.
barely
Well
incinerated.
done.
Nice,
It's
nice.
just the Orog now, and the Orog gets a natural 1 on his saving throw. He had more than
Ehrlich.
22 health,
Yes.
but you didn't do 22 damage to him. You dealt 44 damage
Oh
to
my
him.
God, Ehrlich.
He explodes.
Yes.
Let's get that
And
key.
a beautiful platinum key
Oh.
goes flying through the air. Ehrlich, I will let you try to jump up and catch that
he
key
can jump
as
so
the
high,
end of
too.
your
Jump.
turn.
Can you touch
Oh,
it?
and you'll have inspiration
Yeah.
on this if you need. Roll me 1d20 first.
7.
7.
so hot.
You're about to lose the key, and it might fall anywhere unless you use the bardic inspiration that Wayne gave you. If you do,
Yes.
I will let you roll not a d8, but instead a d10 to add on to your roll. But you need a 15 or higher, or no, just a 10 or higher, to catch the key. So as long
On
as
a
you don't get a
D10?
1 or a 2.
you
Yeah,
gotta
we're
just
fine.
get 10.
7.
7,
Yes.
plenty, absolutely, 100%. You
Yes.
catch the key. You've got the key now. The Orog is dead. The shaman's kind of on her way, but hasn't even arrived. Great Ulf is badly injured. You don't know where the vault is, but there is a pair of prison doors you haven't checked and one hallway to the east that we have not
East.
explored
He always
yet.
said east.
And that is going to bring us from the end of your turn, Ehrlich,
Right?
to Norm's
Yeah.
turn now.
follow
Norm,
along.
what would you
That's
like to
right.
do?
But
All right.
Hank went west for some reason.
Yeah.
No, I said
get-
maybe it's
All right,
west.
so we got the key. I want all my boys. Let's go east through this door. Let's get the fucking prize.
Now, currently Ehrlich has the key. Would you like to ask him for the key, or
I want to. Can I ask for all my boys to come with me to the east?
certainly? Yes,
All right.
100%.
I accept.
Would you like to come with me
I
to
accept.
the east?
Yeah, let's roll.
Hank.
I'm willing to
I'm
do
ready.
whatever I
I'm
can.
ready.
All right, mount up.
I'm willing
This
to do
is
whatever I
awesome.
can.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
We're
boy.
doing
Now,
it
here's
this
the
time.
thing.
We're doing it this
You
time.
currently have the ogre right in melee with you. He sees you going towards the eastern door. It looks like he is going to try to attack you. You can either try to kill him right now and then run for the eastern door, or you could say something to get him to stop fighting.
Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, man.
Can I
Guy to guy.
heal his dick? Can I put his dick back
Yes,
on his
I
body?
would allow that 100%. You can use
heal his
lay
dick,
on
heal his
hands
dick.
to heal
Well,
his
you
dick.
have to ask him.
We didn't. Yeah. Heal his dick, and then we'd be like, bro, no harm, no foul. Just let us go.
Well, let's ask him first if he'll stop if we give his dick back.
Yeah. You want to chill out? We'll heal your dick.
You can use intimidation on this.
Good
You
call.
say, if you don't stop right now, we're not going to heal your dick.
Yeah.
And you have not advantage on this. Double advantage.
Yes.
Roll 3 times in all because he desperately wants his dick back.
Okay, that was a 1. That was bad. That was a 6. That was also
Says
bad.
you can't heal my dick.
That was a 7. A little bit better.
Well, you've
That was
rolled
it.
3 times.
Yeah,
This highest
fuck.
was a 7. Is that right?
Yeah.
I will roll, and you got a 7 plus 1, I think, for your charisma, let's say. Or no, yeah, 1 for intimidation. That's right. So you got an 8. If he rolls a 7 or less, he will be tricked into, and he got a 6.
Yes.
Well done. He stops fighting. Do you heal his dick?
I pick up that big dick and reattach it.
You reattach it 100%. And he goes, my hog! Yes! And he immediately reaches down and just starts shaking it.
Yes.
Your stepsister arrives,
Oh, nice.
and Great
Maybe a
Ulf,
sister.
because he just rolled a total of a 1 on an intelligence check, he starts shaking it to make sure it works. And then he looks around and just keeps shaking it. It's working. And then he keeps shaking it. And then his eyes start to glaze over a little bit. And you start backing away maybe a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Great Ulf has started jerking it.
He's
yeah,
starting-
Yeah, we'll
jerking
leave
it
him
hard
alone.
right now.
We'll leave him alone.
Absolutely. He's leaving the bedroom door open, but you're pretty sure you could just shut the bedroom
Yep,
door
yeah,
open
yeah,
in front of
all
him
right,
right now.
dude. Have
And
your
you
moment.
hear him still in the zone of truth saying, God, this feels good.
Yeah, good.
I would like you to roll for your sister just to make sure she doesn't go in there
Stepsister.
with stepsister to make sure she doesn't go in there with
It could be your
Sister,
maybe.
sister.
Could maybe be your sister.
5 or less, I was gonna say, means she wants to go in there with Great Ulf. Do
It's
you
your
let
sister,
her go
bro.
in there with
It's
Great
your
Ulf?
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
let her-
she disappears into the bedroom.
Do I think that's kind of hot?
She's getting around.
yeah,
town
whatever.
and-
If you voluntarily fail the
mountain.
saving throw, then hell yeah.
Yeah,
you
zone
do.
of truth. Yeah, I think it's kind of hot that.
Wait,
she's
Zone
watching
of
him.
Truth,
but it
Tim,
could be
is
your
it his sister or stepsister?
She calls out. He says, "What about your brother?" And he goes, "Don't worry, he is my stepbrother."
Oh,
Don't worry about
you
that.
fumbled.
Actually,
Oh, you
stepbrother.
fumbled the bag
Yeah.
there. All right, but we're going to the east, and we're
You
gonna go
throw
get this
open the eastern
treasure.
door, revealing nothing in the room except a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide vault door laced with gold and platinum. Now, as we open the door, do we want the finale ending or the cliffhanger ending to set us up for next episode?
Oh shit!
I'll leave it up to us
Let's
because
finish what
I
we
always
started.
leave it up to the
We
AWLs
haven't done a
as
cliff-
well,
we haven't tried to
based
do a
on whether
repeat
we're
in a
going to do a
while.
sequel
Yeah, we
to
haven't
this
done a
adventure or
cliffhanger in
not.
forever.
I think it's gonna happen.
This can be a 3-part adventure.
Oh my God.
As what I told the AWLs to see if they want to do a sequel to this one or not.
Yes,
Most of them are
because
just doing
it's
one
been pretty
shots
good.
for birthdays or something.
This is
but
also the first time we've ever made it through an entire episode not killing each other, except for the bird that the eagle died.
You killed it.
did
You
that.
killed it.
Well, yeah, Max.
No, I didn't kill it. He
No,
went out.
and the
He
moth.
went out a soldier.
No, you killed it through your expectations.
And the moth.
He went out. He went out a soldier.
I think we got to leave a cliffhanger. there.
Cliffhanger.
And
That's
P.S.
gotta
This
be
is
it.
sister's
great.
probably gonna get.
No, she's just watching him jack off.
Absolutely. You,
It's
Yeah,
so
I'm
much
sure.
better. It's so much better.
I've heard that excuse a million times.
you all together open up the vault door. There's a hiss of air as steam comes out, and you see a pedestal with a glowing pillar of light. And in that pillar of light, like a museum case, you see hovering in the center, absolutely fucking nothing. What? The gold on the ground is visibly missing except for a few scattered coins. There are empty weapon racks on the wall, and in the back of the vault, there is a hole that someone dug into the back of the vault, revealing a secret staircase.
A miner.
Going deeper down into the mountain. And you hear back in Great Elf's bedroom, and that is where we will end our adventure today. Well done, everybody. Excellent job. We will need to go deeper into the foundry.
Yes.
Does Ulf look like Louis C.K. by any chance?
A little bit, a little bit. Yes, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Tim, that was fantastic.
That was a blast. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Great job, everybody. I mean, you didn't kill each other.
That's
That was
unbelievable.
Really
We
pretty
did the mission.
amazing.
Fucking did it.
I'm very
Only the
impressed.
That must be
Absolutely.
me. I think
Yeah.
that was,
Also,
I was here. That it's
Shout out
camaraderie.
to Stephanie and Katie Graber. So Katie's been like a day one AWL part of my take, and she bonded with her sister, who's a big D&D fan, watching these episodes. Tim, so bringing families together.
I love
and
it.
Stephanie, she has a company called Boss Goblin, or excuse me, no, she is the Boss Goblin at Tabletop Loot.
And they were the ones I believe provided the
they
dice
sent-
and the dice
they
trays.
sent all the
Absolutely,
stuff.
100%.
So
They,
shout out to them.
Amazing.
they are great, 100%. Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tim, thank you so much. Will you be back?
I will be, definitely,
But
absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
you know what I was looking for.
Oh, absolutely,
Thank you.
100%. Yes.
Yes, you
Done.
will. All right. Great job, boys.
My pleasure.
Okay, that's Dungeons and Dragons, our best one yet.
To be continued.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did like that the one guy tweeted me last week and said, I wanted you guys to play the whole thing out and not kill Hank, and then the week that he's been on, I want you to kill him right away. I wish we had known that because we taped it about a month ago, and we actually didn't kill him this time.
Yeah, but it was good team building, and we're definitely going to kill him in the follow-up episode.
Yes, 100%. Okay, numbers.
30.
20.
56.
8.
3. 99 Pug.
$48.
Oh, that was 46.
Love you guys.